All right.
Man, we should get fucking Molson Canadian better start paying us, man.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, yo.
Something. What's going on?
I have to
here?
get that Crystal Head.
Hey, yeah.
Let me get
Crystal
one of those.
Head.
Yeah,
You know,
Crystal Head vodka.
holla at us.
They're giving everyone shit, no?
Make it happen.
And Shot Club just got 1,800.
Let's make it happen.
Their sponsor's 1,800 right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like officially?
I guess so. I saw it in their IG.
Cool.
So
That's dope.
He's just putting all their business
But they
on
are
Front Street like
yeah,
that.
word.
yeah, so
Right?
Shout out.
Yeah.
No, but they are a
sponsorship.
legit, like, we drink on our podcast, but they are literally a drink-based podcast.
Yeah. We just
So-
drink because we drink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
focused on it. We just it's weed and.
I remember David Solomon was giving me shot after shot trying to fuck me up.
Yeah,
Just
one
like, you
shot.
can
Yeah.
keep giving me them shots. I'm just going to get more turned up with
Yeah.
You giving the wrong person shots, you trying to fuck them up.
You the king of turn. We got the king of turn in the
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
Right?
There was definitely a time when
When I was turn up king, that's
yeah,
right.
you were the turn up king, man. You know what I'm saying? The radish motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Turn up some
Not
radish.
anymore, though. Old age going to catch up to me, you know? Just fuck me right up.
I got a few more years. It depends how you look at it.
Yes, I do. I still look young. That's
After
the
like
best part.
35-ish,
Yeah.
it gets
Yeah.
a little rough when you start going hard.
I got people still thinking I'm 19, which is a
Yeah.
good thing.
That's what's up, man. Shit. So yeah, man. So what you been up to, man? Shout out. You know what you been up to?
Right now, I've been taking it easy lately. I mean, I had a few videos that I did last year. Then I got into modeling, and I did a bit of acting. Actually, this month I'm going to be on TV.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Say
on
word.
Yeah, on a reality TV dating show. So
Dope.
I did pretty good on that. It's going
Reality dating show.
I mean, they hollered at me out of nowhere, you know, like I be just putting up all types of content, and even with the modeling now. So, with the modeling though, I mean, like a lot of stuff certain stuff just gets out of hand. I got people thinking that I be doing porn and shit.
That's
you
the
know?
question I wanted to ask you. I've been waiting for that.
Don't ask, away. Now's the time.
Mike's waiting
Now's
to
the
get to
time.
the shits.
I think before
Mike's
we were
waiting.
saying you to come on the show, we're like, so is he going to be competing against Mindbender? As like the rapper / porn star?
I mean,
Oh, shit.
I mean, if we're talking about porn, it ain't no competition. But you know, I don't have Wade Jackson don't have no competition with all of that type of shit.
Because Bender's like known as the rapper turned porn star.
You guys could do a porn off.
No,
A porn off.
I don't know about all that.
What's a porn off?
Right? I ain't never heard one of those.
It's like a freestyle battle, but who's better at porn? So you get a crowd, and then you have like a bed there, 2 beds, and then you and your girl, you perform, and someone videotapes it like a porn in front of a live audience. And then the next person does their porn scene. So it's like, round 1 would be like, round 1 is like end with the facial. And then you got to do like a 5-minute piece and end with the facial.
You want to hear something fucked up? They actually have like a reality porn series like that for the girls, where I was kind of like watching like a girl have to do just like these 2 guys in 30 minutes or whatever. I was just scrolling through Pornhub and saw exactly what you were explaining. So it exists. It's out there. The porn off.
The porn off is a thing?
But you got to set that up now with
be like
Man.
QTD of porn.
Wade and
Yo, porn battles. Let's get it. We're going to get this Toronto Talks money, boys. We can get sponsored by Feel Like 50.
I won't even front. Like, I got 2 offers to do porn from 2 models in the modeling industry. So like it is crazy.
It's right there.
I mean, yes
It's
and
within
no.
reach.
Yes and no. You know. So I mean, it's for shock value too. You know, it's just something that I do it for fun. I enjoy it. I'm a multi-entertainer, actor, rapper, singer, model, you name it. Jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Literally.
I just got to throw in porn stars.
Right?
Then you'll be a jack off of all trades. Oh, man.
Jackass of the day right here.
Oh, there's a porn off coming. I can smell it
so
in the air.
fucking weird.
You got some
Where we
porn
going
stars
with
from
this
Toronto.
Say what?
Some porn stars
Yeah, there's a lot of porn stars from Toronto.
Yeah.
Yo, just listen to the name. Like, my name is household in every type of field, whether it's acting, modeling, rapping, or being a porn star.
Yeah.
My name just works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Wade Jackson.
It works. It don't matter. Like, it don't matter. It works.
But even Tory Lanez, like that name wasn't that? Is Tory Lanez a porn star?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a female porn star.
Oh, get
Tory
the fuck
Lanez.
outta here.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
That's nasty.
Hey, he keeps.
That's nuts. That's like me naming, like, yo, I'm rebranding as Jenna Jameson.
Hey, he keeps porn stars in his videos too. If you watch, I think I know too much about fucking porn. I'm exposing way too much about myself this episode. But there's a bunch of like, porn stars sprinkled throughout his videos too.
You're in your bag, Dustin. Get your shit off. Get your shit off.
Oh man, I don't know the fucking names. Like, I just know that. Like, I seen that fucking girl.
Okay.
Especially that candy paint video or whatever, the one he put out last summer. The one where he's at the barbecue there, or the restaurant, and all the girls are doing the roller skate candy stripe girls or whatever.
I forgot the name of that song.
Yeah, it was the big tour last summer, whatever.
But he's in Miami a lot, so.
Exactly.
Porn stars are running.
He's in LA now too, so
Porn stars everywhere.
Exactly, man. That's what's up. We got one.
All right, I'm coming up with a
Spike
female porn star name for all three of us.
Get the fuck out.
Our new aliases.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool because Tory Lanez.
Yeah, because Tory Lanez did it, so if that's cool, then it's cool.
Man, my porn star name is Magic Jack.
Oh shit!
Hey, we got Las Vegas in the building.
Connected.
Shout out Las Vegas.
Oh shit!
That's what's up, man.
Perfect time in Las Vegas.
Oh man, Las Vegas is fucking dope. It'd be dope if we went to Las Vegas and did a podcast out there.
I know
shit!
DJ out there.
A Turono Talks shit.
Yeah.
Baca does shows out there too. We can
yeah,
line it up.
He did a show the night I fucking left. I was like, dude, fuck, man. If I would have stayed, I would have jumped on that window.
Yeah. Shout out to young Baca.
We should, you know what? We should set something up with Baca, like some type of like cross Toronto, LA type thing, man. Like,
he's come up here. You know
I know he's come up here, so we gotta figure out a way to get down there. Yeah, he did a show here.
Okay.
He did a show here. He set one up. We gotta go down there, set something up, bring some people down there and shit.
Yeah. Pull that mic a little closer to your mouth, my bro.
There you go. Yeah, that sounded kind of fucking weird.
Why? Just because we were talking about porn offs?
Yeah.
You said you're the director. Tell him what to do.
Yeah. I'm the in-studio director.
My man Mark Anthony down in Vegas says he's got a platform, so we might be able to talk and set something up.
We should do something.
We should, man.
And then we can.
Crazy.
Do you know how dope of a gamble we can play? So out of the three of us, it's like whoever loses.
Well, we gotta bring Wade because he's in the room, so the four of us.
All right, yeah, but like basically, like we can gamble on who wins and loses. So there's like gambles on top of gambles. So we hit the casino and it'd be like, I bet this dude will come in, like he'll lose it all. This dude will win and this guy will leave even. And we have to place those bets and do it like a point spread and like football or some shit.
There's
you know what I mean?
For everything, because I ain't never gambled in my life.
You gambling on gambling, bro.
Exactly.
Go to Vegas.
Life is the biggest gamble of life.
To go in there and be like, all right, you know.
I feel like as a black man, life is just a fucking gamble.
Fuck everything off. No.
Nah, I feel you. This man wants to throw gambles on top of gambles. That's how you know his life's comfortable.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in a good spot in his life right now. He can just fucking gamble for shits and giggles.
Oh, no, bro. You know, like, when I was the brokest of broke,
right,
I was gambling. That's how I stay up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, well, I don't got enough to re-up.
Yeah,
I was like, but, you know, I already don't got enough to re-up. So I either, like, be, like, another 100 short or I can go win something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
On somebody else's expense.
Yeah,
that's smart.
No, I feel you. This man's giving us motherfucking tips on how to live right here. Proceed, Mr. Maloney.
My first trip to New York was paid by casino gambling.
There you go.
Yeah, sick bow.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that.
But I haven't gambled in years, man, so I really, you know.
I
go to Vegas, then I'm gambling on top of gambling. Like, I'm finding out new ways to gamble on top of the gambles.
All right, so
it's like I got $250 tucked on.
We might have to keep him home.
Side hustle.
He's going to gamble his plane ticket home away, man.
Hey, yo, what y'all... One question: What y'all think about the performance scene? What y'all think about performance scenes around right now, like in terms of shows?
Oh man,
everyone asks us.
We get asked this question.
Because it's a very, touchy subject.
I want to know. I had to ask the question. I had to ask the question. I'm gonna put my input along the way, but I had to ask this question.
We usually
I had to ask this question.
Do you know what's funny? For the most part, when people ask this, we kind of like, it gets worded to a way where the person who asked the question just ends up explaining how they think it is, and we just kind of all keep quiet.
Well, if y'all want to put it that way.
Especially with Angel that time. Angel was like, what the fuck? What kind of answer was that?
Shout out Ryder to team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It goes of two ways.
And those two ways are? I'm getting mine, but trust me, I just want to know what these two ways
It's
are.
like,
Yeah. Man, I feel like it is what it is. Things have been a little stagnant the last couple of years, but a shit ton of venues have closed down.
That too.
And I just think we're just lacking the prestige. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by prestige is like people are just coming up and just doing shows. I'm guilty of it too. People are just coming up or guilty of just coming on stage doing their sets and just bouncing. People aren't putting actual practice into. People aren't actually turning into a show aspect anymore.
There's definitely that part.
Like not putting money into their sets.
I want to say a couple
but
things.
shout out Ruby Red because Ruby Red has been killing it lately. Like
I want to say a few things on that. I'm just gonna say this in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing shade. I am just speaking in a general. I'm generalizing.
Look into that camera when you say it.
I'm generalizing this, okay?
he can't do that talking to the mic though.
Right? Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Spidey for president.
Jack of all trades.
All right.
Hey.
In terms, like,
You kind of gotta pause after that though.
pause. But you know what I'm saying? To elaborate on what you said, yeah, you know, like a lot of people, we gotta have it more organized where people actually come in and stay for everybody's set, where the support is true. That's one thing, and another thing for these competition shows, we need to dead that. And the reason why I say this is if we're gonna do competition shows, we need to bring in judges from outside the city that don't know any of us.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you had a problem with what I'm saying, you have my number, you have me on Instagram, you have me on Facebook. But we need to stop these competition shows.
We need to stop. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real. Hashtag keeping it real.
I can't necessarily argue with you. Like if you have personal
If
relationships
we're not
prior
bringing
to
in random judges from outside of our city, these competition shows are not going to work because everybody's going to find the chinks in the armor. It comes from a biased standpoint.
Yeah.
It comes from the person that's putting on the show, whoever they fuck with the most, that's who won the competition. Fuck that.
I would say yes or no depending on who's keeping this show.
Don't matter about that.
No,
Like I
I'm
said,
just saying.
I'm making a generalization.
I'm just saying what I'm saying because you know where I'm at.
I know where you're at.
But I'm not. After seeing a lot of competition shows over the years, okay, put it like this. I remember when Jermaine Dupri had one here.
Yeah.
And
Oh, shit.
Homeboy won. What's his name? JDR.
Okay.
He won that one out of 50 years.
JDR is dope as fuck.
I don't know exactly
Yeah.
if they were all battling or whatever, but if it was something like that level where a super producer came through and did it,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would even be any more fair. Because you're like, he'll judge it, but who's organizing the show? It might still favor somebody. So,
I get what you're saying. But no, and I absolutely get what you're saying. We need to get away from these competition shows and just do shows.
Yeah.
I think, you said it a lot, man. I think about 5 years ago, we were really, really more community geared. Over the last few years, we've kind of broken away from that. And Toronto's becoming two-tiered with its talent. You have these young cats who are killing it on YouTube, and then you have the other dudes who are out here keeping these bars open and alive. Now, the dudes that are keeping the bars alive aren't getting the YouTube views, and the YouTube viewers aren't out here performing at the venue. So these dudes are able to get 100,000, 200,000 views without paying for them on YouTube. If they were to come out and start doing some of the local shows, we could actually, start kind of creating more of that local thing. But also,
one thing,
a lot of us older dudes, we just got to start saying fuck it, and some of us have to get together, pool some money together, and be like, all right, we got 10, 20 G's as a collective unit. Let's do something with this. Let's fucking flip it, and we're going to move forward. You can take your profits and fuck off, or you can take your profits and double down, and we got to keep it fucking moving. But everybody wants to be the motherfucking man. Nobody wants to work in a consortium, in a unit. No one wants to put our money together and say, all right, we got to do it together. You know what I'm saying? But right now, there's no HNIC. There's no top dog that's bringing in the talent. And if there's no top dog, then the rest of us got to get together and say,
if there is, it becomes a rat race or a crab in the bucket to see who's gonna be that person. That's the one. That's one problem. And another thing, I feel I'm making a bold statement on this. I feel that Toronto, in terms of Toronto hip hop, conscious Toronto hip hop is at a lost cause because we have two different genres and realms that are really boosting it high. And we got the sing-songy Chicago emulation niggas. Yes, I said that. Yes, I said that. And then we have the gangster niggas, and then we have the female artists that are rapping about ratchet shit and always taking dick. That's where the musical market in Toronto is. So anything outside of that don't get no play.
Yeah, it doesn't get attention.
Don't get no play at all. I remember you were even at the show, Dustin. I rapped a song where it was me. Everybody's just like, oh, Spidey always raps about turn up, blah blah blah. I rapped a real ass song at the last show that we were at. You know what I'm saying? Got no motherfucking recognition.
That's why you rap about the turn up.
That's why Lord Fury even reached out to me and said, yo, that song. Off the chain, you know what I'm saying? It was on some real conscious shit. Mr. Turn Up, Mr. This, Mr. That, Mr. Can't. No, I'm very motherfucking versatile at the end of the fucking day. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too. When it comes down to it, there's a lot of sneaky behavior in this industry, and a lot of people don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? When you have something different and you didn't grow around certain people, whether it be the OGs or people with connections, there are people in other positions that want to take you down.
Yeah, it's true.
But they may appear to be higher than you musically or higher than you in terms of clout, but they're going to use that to make it seem like they're not trying to take you down, to make it seem like they're not intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, I'm gonna make an example. I'm not gonna say no names on this, but I remember there was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? There's a rapper that I always see at shows, you know what I'm saying? Always dab me up, you know what I'm saying? We always kept it cordial, you know what I'm saying? Thought he respected my music, and then he was rolling with somebody, they had a falling out, you know what I'm saying? I made a big post, and then this person who had fallen out with reached out to me and said, yo, you got that drip to you, you know what I'm saying? You have a different sense of drip, they're not gonna like that. Yeah. I remember when I was doing work with Homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I even said, yo, what you think about the artist Wade Jackson? And the same nigga that I don't see that I kept it cordial with that I thought, he's alright, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nigga, what? You know what I mean? Like, I would honestly, when it comes down to being an artist, always keep it 100 with me. Yeah. I would rather you punch me square in my motherfucking face than lie to me about where the fuck you stand with my musical talent. You know what I'm saying? That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So it's just like, if you come into me with that, how many other people, because I've seen a lot of shady ass, sneaky ass behavior. So if one man's coming to me with that, what the fuck else is going on? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time to care about that no more because of just things that I've grown through. You know what I'm saying? Just things that I am going through, things that I'm transitioning with. Yeah. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't really got time for any of that shit. You know, back when I was turning up, that's one thing about me. Like when I was turning up, I had terrible judgment. You know what I'm saying? My judgment was clouded all the time. So I would snap off the handle to the point that I'd find myself in some real motherfucking trouble. Yeah. Now I try to take a step back and really analyze things for what the fuck it is. I'm not gonna go out of pocket, but when I see something fucked up, you best believe I'm gonna speak on. I'm gonna call it out, keeping it real. I'm gonna call it the fuck out. I don't give a fuck if I don't have a whole entourage behind me. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if I grew up around the real niggas. I don't give a, because these are things that we need to fucking eliminate from the process. Good music and talent is good music and talent. Do you know how many fucking times I've seen certain artists that are up right now put out a caption saying, oh, well, I was raised around the real G's. I'm a real G, so the rest of these niggas can't get in. So basically what the fuck you're trying to say is if you didn't grow up on the block and you ain't got real gangster niggas and shooters talking for you, you can't do this type of music. But then you want to turn around and say, oh, let's do something for the kids and stop bullying. Y'all is a bunch of motherfucking hypocrites, bruh. Straight up.
Yeah, this guy came in with the fire, B.
No, I
get it. I
feel
it, man.
I'm not on the drugs. You cannot fuck with my logic.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Straight up. You know what I'm talking about. And this is why they don't want me. This is why they don't want me on these type of shows, because I've tried to get on other shows before and I've been canceled out at the last motherfucking minute. This is why they don't want me on this platform, because I will talk the truth. Yes, I will talk the truth. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell me I look like Tupac for nothing.
You officially took the title of Mr. Chimney for today.
Yo, actually,
usually I'm Mr. Chimney, but you got the smoke.
I'm telling you.
I want all the smoke.
Woo!
We call it just a rat show, man. Because we always got people coming out dropping fire.
Yo, do I have any beer left in that weird
like
can?
So we want people to
of course.
talk the truth, whether it's good, whether it's bad.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of shit that happens in the scene.
Absolutely, but that's the industry, though.
But I know, but there's a lot of shit that happens.
You know,
go ahead.
Another topic I want to get on? Blacklisting. Let's get on this topic, all right? So when it comes down to blacklisting, let me hold the camera. Look at my. When it comes down to blacklisting, honestly, 90 to 95% of the time, it's on some petty ass bullshit. Two people were doing business, working together, and they had a normal falling out. Nobody lost thousands of dollars. Nobody's kids were hurt, and nobody's life was in danger. And usually it's the lesser talented person with a bunch of connections that goes around and says, don't fuck with this guy. Yeah. Don't fuck with this guy. Yeah. When it was a mutual falling out. And now this person has a hard time to get on. Let me explain to y'all how fucked up that is. What if artistry is that person's only fucking dream? And that's what they thrive off of. And you know that they're gonna make it. Because you had a disagreement, nobody got hurt, nobody lost money, but because you had a little disagreement, you wanna be a petty motherfucking go around and block and be a gatekeeper and block let me tell you know what? I'm going to save the rest of that conversation for when I'm off the camera. But you guys get what I'm trying. That's whack. That's fucking lame, bro. That is so motherfucking lame.
It is whack,
so
but everything about the music industry is whack,
You know what else we need to stop doing? When it comes to gangster rappers, if you got a problem with another rapper or another gangster rapper, call that nigga up or call that dude up and meet him in the streets. Don't wait for them to catch them slipping at their shows because that's how venues get closed down. That's bad for fucking business. If everybody's such a fucking gangster, meet in the streets away from the business because that's very bad for business.
Yeah. Well, I feel you. I think, but that's what people have to understand, though. Like, when you're an artist, you are an actual industry, or you're a business. You're a business. So you got to keep your personal life to a certain extent separated from your business life.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It might help you sell some stuff, sell some records if you know how to interweave that shit. But by far and large, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, business, personal life, sometimes you got to keep that shit completely separate from one another just to make sure that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't run into these problems. You know what I mean? Yeah. And a lot of people forget that. And a lot of people don't treat this industry like, A, like it's an art, and B, like it's a business. A, they do shit and they don't think, okay, well, let me think outside the box. Or let me be an artist. Let me be artistic. They just kind of go into autonomy mode and do what everybody else is doing. And B, they don't realize it's a business. So they don't understand why they can't sell or why they can't make money or why they're not advancing, why they're not meeting the right people, why their names aren't popping. It's because they're treating it like it's just everyday life. As opposed to, well, I'm investing this time, which is something you can't get back, and I'm investing this money, which hopefully you can recoup, but it's not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? But you're never going to get that motherfucking time back. That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? You can recoup that money. You're never going to get that time back. Exactly. So if you're investing your time and sacrificing time with your family and your friends and things of that nature, parties and doing things that young people our age are doing to do this art and pursue this art, then at the end of the day, make it worth something.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I got an unrelated question.
Fuck yeah.
You ever see somebody and just like the way their face looks makes you want to punch them in the face?
Are you saying you want to punch me right now?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying, have you ever met someone where you just look at them and the way their face looks, you're just like, I want to punch this motherfucker in the face?
Not really, but explain.
There's not like
I'd have to be really pissed off.
There's not like some faces you just see sometimes. Just it's like a natural instinct in you where it's like something about the face rubs you the wrong way. Like
I mean, I've said some shit
I
like,
just want to punch that face.
when I see a certain face, you know.
Lil Xan has one of those faces to me.
Word. Shout out Lil
Like,
Xan.
like when I look at that face, I'm like, I just want to punch.
He might pull out on you.
So you think that's what that person at the gas station was trying to explain
That's what
to
I was.
him?
Now this is my follow-up question: is are you more mad at Lil Xan's face or at the fact of what he said about Tupac? I'm more mad at his face.
I don't care.
Both.
I don't care what he said about
So he gets the 1-2 from you.
Yeah, because of what he said, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah. So you're punching him first for Tupac,
Yeah,
and then second because you're like, you
you
ugly, bro.
Yeah. But the incentive was the fact that what he said.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm like, yo,
But
your
you know
face
what? I'm not
ugly,
mad
bro.
at him.
And then he
That's
gets the
opinion,
one, and then I'm
but
like,
I
yo,
don't-
what you say about Pac?
I don't think
Matter
he
of fact-
ever even listened to Pac. I think he just said that shit to sound slick in the interview and never heard Pac's music.
Because even if he doesn't relate to Pac or he's like he's boring, that's
his name's Lil
opinion.
Xan, he's got to be so boring and put your ass to fucking sleep.
Right?
You know what? I actually peeped a few joints after this
That dude
incident.
out like a light.
So I was like, even though his face pisses me off, let me just see what it's about. I'm like, the music's
Yeah.
actually like not that, like it's alright.
Yeah.
But
I
was
was
it
like,
as
his
boring
shit's,
as
shit's actually alright. Like I just assumed by looking at him for these last couple of years, I'm like, oh, this guy's definitely trash.
But was it as
Post
quote
Malone might
unquote
be
boring
one.
as
Post
Tupac?
Malone might be one.
No, Post Malone had the original face I wanted to punch.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I was growing up, there were kids that just had faces I wanted
Shout
to
out
punch
Post
too.
Malone, man.
But like,
for making the
yeah.
catchiest songs in the
oh
last
man,
5
no, Post
fucking
Malone
years.
definitely has that face. Like, you put him and Zan's face in like a row together, like I'm finna just like wow for the night.
Hey, yo,
like,
speaking of Post Malone, catch this
Pause.
Flip, so pause. Speaking of Post Malone, see, we got Lil Nas X, and he did Old Town Road. And
I love that
He got
song.
sponsored by Wrangler, and a bunch of country music fans
Wrangler
are
on his
pissed
booty,
off
yeah.
about
Yeah.
that. Now, the speculation is they're not pissed off about it because it's a country song. They pissed off about it because he black. Like, what? That's what I read. I'm just like, y'all need to calm down on that because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gave us Post Malone. We gave y'all Lil Nas X.
no, I think it's a fair
we gave y'all
comparison.
Michael Jackson. Y'all gave us back Michael Jackson.
I don't think it was any country stars. It was like the
Yo,
bands, but-
Spidey does comedy as well. Jack of all trades. Pause. Holy.
But I think
Yo, the Michael Jackson was nice. That was a nice tossing.
I think that
That was like, I would have sworn that's premeditated, but it couldn't be. That's fire. Give me a dap on that one.
I think we lost out getting Post Malone though. I would.
Oh man, Post Malone, like,
trust me.
I don't want Post Malone either.
Cause yo, that Lil Nas X song is doing, it's traction.
10 weeks at #1 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man.
Old Town Road, I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I don't give a fuck. That's a big tune, yo.
Wrangler on my booty.
I got all kind of remixes for
Yo,
that
I
too.
love
Yo,
that track.
yo,
It's
it
the
like-
fact- no,
it-
the fact
yo,
that
hold on.
It blew up because he did not record that thing. Yo, this is gonna be a #1 Billboard. He probably recorded not a bad track. Played it for some people. Not a bad track. All of a sudden, this shit caught on, and he's probably just sitting there like, yo, what the fuck?
But G,
You know it's fucked up.
you know when we look at the sorry, I just
ahead,
want to
go
say this
ahead, go
quick. The most pause-worthy lines of all time. When we look back in 10 years, is Wrangler on my booty gonna be one of them?
Yeah, probably.
Like, is this gonna start a new trend of dudes referring to their butts as booties?
I hope
Like,
not.
I've never heard a rapper call his own ass a booty.
Nah.
So
Because
like,
that's country slang, not hip hop slang. I
booty's
guess.
hip hop slang though.
No, but the way it's used is
Yeah.
probably in a country dialect.
Oh, Lil Nas X did his research for this, eh? Bull Riders and Boobies is
Well,
like,
he's
that's
from
intricate.
Atlanta, right? He's from Atlanta, right? Or he's from Georgia.
Is he a cowboy?
Georgia's a southern state,
depends
man. They
where
got
in Georgia
horses
he's
and
from.
shit down
Cowboy. Well, either way, he's probably
Georgia's
more
a southern
cowboy than
state.
Kid
Like,
Rock.
outside of Atlanta, it's pretty
pure
much
country.
All country.
yeah,
All
pure
country.
country, man. Like,
What's Kid Rock?
Kid Rock's from Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But same thing with
So
Detroit.
Lil Nas
man.
X definitely
Shout out
more
Detroit.
country than Kid Rock.
Maybe. I don't know. Like
No,
Michigan
Michigan
don't
got
got
a
no
lot-
country.
Yeah, it does.
Michigan got
Yeah, but Kid Rock kind of
you
grew
got
up in the
Cowboys.
trenches, though.
You leave
Michigan's
Detroit and
Midwest.
Ann Arbor and all that stuff. It don't matter. You have a lot of country.
Yeah.
You have a lot of plains out in Michigan. Trust
Yeah,
me.
fuck
Shout out
yeah.
Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, man. I mean, like realistically, we claim East Coast, but if you were to look on a
don't
map, we're
claim
really
East
more
Coast.
like
Well,
we're
Toronto
Midwest.
If we
Toronto,
were a part
Midwest.
if we were part of the United States of America, they consider us Midwest, not East
Yep.
Coast.
Who claims
Yeah.
East Coast?
Yeah.
We've had it for years.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
proximity.
I've been no.
I've never claimed
I've
East
been
Coast.
saying this. I've
Yeah,
been saying
yeah.
this. We Midwest. I've been
Yeah.
saying this.
Yeah,
I've
we're
been
more
saying this.
Midwest than East
Yeah.
Coast.
Oh yeah,
man.
that's like geographical fact.
But we consider ourselves East Coast.
But
Who like? Tell me the idiots that consider themselves East Coast.
Well, it's just the way
I've
North
never
America.
considered
It's the
myself
way
East
North America
Coast.
tapers, and the fact that we're in the same time zone as New York City, and it's only 8 hours
Oh.
to drive to New York and 4 hours
That's
to drive
Eastern
to
Standard Time.
Detroit,
That's
right?
not East Coast.
Yeah.
New York
Geography and time are two different
Okay,
things.
but when the
But-
Eastern Seaboard goes out, we're included in that Eastern
getting all
Seaboard when they have
geographical now.
electrical issues and shit, right? That electrical shit that knocked out all the power in the
we're not
Eastern
that far
Seaboard
east and
15
we're not
years
that
ago.
far west. That's
Yeah.
our situation.
Yeah, we're in the middle. It's a
Yeah.
We're not technically
Midwest
in the middle too,
swang.
right?
Yow.
So we're not even,
Ain't
like-
got a clue.
Is Manitoba mountain time or is it over more in Saskatchewan?
I don't know, but who is the best Saint Lunatic?
That's a good question. That is a really good question. But yo, what the
Obviously, Nelly.
What
I
the
don't think- what's
fuck
that dude?
Obviously, Nelly.
hook on
What's
this
the
beat?
dude's guy with the braids? Homeboy.
Murphy?
yeah.
Murphy Lee or
He got
Ali?
bars still, yo. Murphy got
You remember
bars.
Bugetto? No one I know knows Bugetto.
Hey,
The
man,
Ali song?
you know who the dopest
Ali
member
from
was?
St.
The
Lunatics?
guy with the Jason
Bougie
mask
baby,
and the
bougie
fucking
girl.
and the
I don't
spray.
remember that song,
That
still.
guy was
Bugetto?
the St.
I don't remember
Lunatics
that.
member, yo. He blew that shit up for Nelly.
You're a
If it wasn't
DJ,
for
you
that
know
Jason
Bugetto.
mask and that wild ass
Yeah.
dancing. He was the original fucking
Ali was
Fabo,
cool, but he wasn't really.
right?
Murphy Lee
That,
was
yo,
sick.
that
Yeah,
nigga
Murphy
was
was
wild.
sick.
Fabo, I like that dude. D4L Fabo dude. Yeah. Tat,
Murphy
tat,
Lee
tat
killed the
it up.
Welcome to Atlanta remix.
Hey,
What happened to Murphy now?
he didn't put a hook on the beat and fucked up. He should have put a fucking hook on that shit. Might have remembered you a little bit easier, bro. Hooks. It was all about hooks back then.
Yo.
His hook game was not up to par, and that was the era of motherfucking hooks.
Yo, I remember I had the Murphy Lee
Ain't no
album,
hook on his
and there was like a skit like track 14 that's called Head from a Midget, and it's just like
Oh my
15
God.
seconds long. It's just a guy talking about getting head from a midget. And I just used to laugh my fucking ass off listening to this shit.
Was that
I'm
like
yo,
the Blueprint movie, the Blueprint soundtrack, where the two guys are getting talk about only put in for like 15 seconds. You can't get disease and put in 15 seconds or whatever. Talk about banging the chick in the washroom, like that type of skit. You don't remember that CD at all, do you? The Jay-Z movie soundtrack, what was it?
Streets Watching. You said Blueprint. I'm like, what?
Streets Watching, the actual Rockefeller Dynasty movie.
Yeah.
No, the Rockefeller. This guy did a whole fucking tour, man, and they filmed that shit.
You mean
and they put it out in the theater.
Oh, the Hard Knock Life
Hard
tour.
Knock Life tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soundtrack to that. There was a skit where it was like dudes talking about banging some random ass chick and not getting an STD because you only put it in for like 30 seconds or something. Really stupid shit. The skits back then were mad fucking wild, man.
Yeah. One of the best skits was Busta Rhymes when Disaster Strikes when they in the cab. Remember that one?
I don't remember that one.
So hardcore, and it's him, Rod Digger, and Spliff Star, and they in the cab, and they smoking in the cab, and the cab driver pulls over, freeze, mother bitches! I blow you too.
Yes, I remember that.
Son of a bastard, get
Yes,
on. Yo,
I
man, you hit
remember
the
that
brakes,
shit.
you hit my head, hit the fucking dashboard and all that shit. We just trying to roll up, we just trying to get high, man. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember that, man. You know what? I ain't even gonna front. Like I bumped Busta's first 3 albums. Never been a super hardcore diehard Busta fan, but I always loved his videos, especially from like
The
96 to
Big Bang.
2001. He had the best fucking run.
Yo, the
that
Big
video run was
Bang
crazy.
is a hard album. I was like fucking strung out from like doing coke 2 nights straight or something like 2 weekends ago. And I was like, whoa, I was all fucked up, right?
one of those cold
Low
shots.
on sleep. I woke up early in the morning.
Nose bleeding?
Just a real light ting, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, do you know what I want to hear right now for some reason? Pimpin' All Over the World by Ludacris. So I like 7 in the morning, I like crank this. My girlfriend's like, can you turn it down? So like then from there, for some reason that song made me want to go forward and listen to fucking who the fuck were we just talking about? Busta Rhymes for some reason. So then next thing you know, I'm listening to like I don't know, whatever songs. And then I like went to the Big Bang and I listened to the whole album straight through. I'm like, man, this album I like gets slept on. Like this is a fire album. Like. And then I went back and started listening to older Busta Rhymes albums like Anarchy, and I'm like, what? I never heard this joint with MOP. I bumped that. I'm like, yo, this song's fire.
Busta has a lot of classics.
Yeah, man. But Big Bang, though, that album is fire.
How does this keep it?
Like, that album is fire. Yeah, man.
Produced one.
And that's, like, every song on that's, like, dope as shit. Like Busta's crazy, man.
No, he's definitely a legend. You know
He doesn't get the props he deserves.
I don't even mean him any disrespect by saying I was never.
But
like, a
A-Rap
super
Money
diehard
might be
fan
one of the
his.
most trash songs of all time.
But it serves its purpose. It's funny.
No, some of
You
the
ever
quotes are
hear-
hilarious. I love it.
You ever
It's
hear
one of
the
my
story?
favorite songs.
You ever
But
hear the
like,
story
the
of how
hook and the
Busta gets on
beat
all the
and-
fucking remixes?
Oh.
So what Busta will do is like he'll be in the studio and like he'll hear something like, yo, that's a fucking dope track. He'll hype the artist. Something like, yo, you let me get on that, right? And he'll just jump on like every track. So he goes over the studio sessions, completely takes them over. And then the artist's like, yo, what the fuck's supposed to rhyme? What am I supposed to do? Like, of course you get on the fucking track. That's how like, he muscles his way onto every fucking track.
And he's so hype if Busta's in your ear being like, yo, Duke, I'm telling you, this shit is crack. I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, Busta, get on my shit.
Get on my
we
shit,
about to
bro.
put a foot in their ass with this too.
I think that's how OT Genesis. OT Genesis. That's how he got.
That's probably how he got
signed.
signed.
Yeah, and how he got on so
Busta's
many
like,
different remixes.
I'm in love with the Coco. He's like, yeah,
He's like
you
the Hulk
is.
Hogan of rap, yeah. He's
know.
a
No,
Hulk
Melly
Hogan of
Mel's
rap.
the Hulk Hogan of rap.
Okay, give him that.
Yo, but was
Then
50
then
was
he's the-
50 right to say that Busta has the biggest neck in hip hop?
He does.
Yeah, steroids will do that shit to you.
Bro, 50 is a gorilla with rabbit teeth. Okay?
He's neck.
Oh
he's-
shit! You know what? I have said this before. If you look at a picture side by side, you look at a picture side by side between 50 and Preem, yo, it kind of looks like Preem.
People
might be
think
50's
50's.
pops, yo.
Yeah, I'm not having any debate
Preem
of this
Preem from
conversation.
Big Up
Supreme.
Oh.
But you know what?
Oh.
Yeah, we don't want that smoke with 50. So
I don't want
let's
to smoke
move
a
on.
Preem.
Yo, I wouldn't mind 50 trolling us. You know which promo we'd get?
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Just
did
don't
you see
take
that-
it personal.
Did you see
Yeah.
that rapper who tried to kick a rhyme for 50?
Check my
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Check my Instagram. Check my Instagram. 50's like, yo, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your approach is wrong. Like, you're doing it wrong
Yeah.
right now, my nigga.
Shout out 50, man. I love that
Curtis
dude.
Jackson.
And the guy didn't get no promo.
I heard his
Like-
followers went up.
What's that?
His followers went up.
I know it went up, but forgot about the story. Like we'll never know what his name is. We ain't gonna hear shit about him ever again.
Yeah, maybe he becomes the biggest rapper of all time. And then when he does like an A&E interview, at like 50 years old, they'd be like, "What was the moment you popped?" He'd be like, "Man, dude, this rapper back in the day, you might not remember who he was, but his name was 50 Cent. And I went up to him one time with my phone out and tried to do this," and be like, "Wow." 50 Cent was a multi-platinum recording artist back in 2001.
Yo, check it out, though.
This guy's going to be God. Watch.
Imagine if
I'm calling it. Yo, let's gamble on it. Let's make a bet.
Imagine if you approach 50 but feel like 50.
Yo.
That would be dope.
Yo.
Even if he punks you off, the promotion's out there.
Yo,
you know what?
Can we hunt 50 down and I can approach him with the business offer?
If that dude could, fuck.
You should.
Like, getting your teeth knocked out by 50 would be, like, honorary. That's, like, a stripe most people don't have. Like, I'm not swinging back at 50. Like, I'm cool. Like, let it. Let it go, fam.
You're taking that nap just straight on the chin. Just
like,
taking that.
You know, that's cool.
Knock those fucking teeth out.
That'd be funny if you
All right,
I'd be looking for a good lawsuit after that, though, fam. Best
rather
believe.
take a
What's
punch
up,
from?
50?
Hold on. Who would you rather take a punch from, 50 or Tyson?
50?
Nah, Tyson will break my face.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
entire face.
Like,
That's
no.
like saying you want to take a punch from Deontay Wilder.
People like Mike Tyson scare me. Like, I know he's super cool now, and I would love to kick it and blow some lines or something with Tyson.
Yo, he punched back 100, whatever the guy's name is.
Yeah.
My man put his painkillers on his IG and his porn.
No, man. Like,
I didn't even watch that.
no,
That's fucked
Mike
up.
Tyson is one of those dudes that,
I
like,
ain't even laughing at him.
no
Just
matter
laughing
how,
at the
like,
situation.
good he is, like, he's one of those dudes, like, I just see it in him. Is like
actual
if
footage
he
of him?
if he feels disrespected, like, you're
Oh, yeah.
catching it. Like, one time didn't fucking
On City TV.
did you ever hear a story?
Oh, Nathan Downer?
Ever hear the story unrelated?
Oh my God.
Yo, he fucking punked Nathan Downer. Nathan Downer, if you're watching this, I highly doubt you're watching this. You shouldn't have asked that question. You pissed Tyson off. I know you were kind of scared. That's what I want to ask.
He tried
Yo.
to be slick.
Can I grab one of them?
Yeah.
Tyson was not having that shit.
Salute,
Shout out
bro.
Nathan Downer for trying to be slick, though, bro. You tried to get that in, and
Motherfuckers hot in here. Holy shit.
Right.
it is kind of hot in here.
Damn.
They need an AC up in this
Yo,
place. They
did
gotta
you-
hold like a marathon.
There's an
like a
AC,
telethon
but
for like an AC, like an AC telethon or something.
there's an AC, but it's just in that room. That's cooler out there.
Nice.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, it's just kind of unrelated but related. Did you ever hear about when Roy Jones confronted Fat Joe? Because Fat Joe in New York was like, even Roy Jones was forced to lean back.
Yeah.
Like, one day he
I
came
believe
like off
that
stage
shit.
from a show and went into his green room, and Roy Jones was sitting there leaned up against like a glass. He's like, I'd lean back. And Fat Joe's like, nah, like, no, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I was like giving you respect and like.
See, that's another topic that I wanna get on. Like, when it comes down to it, like,
You're not supposed to believe everything a rapper says.
not only are you not supposed to believe everything a rapper says, but everybody is tough until there's a level playing field.
So you get punched in the fucking mouth.
Not even until you get punched in the fucking mouth. Everybody's tough until there is a level playing field. Now, when I say that, I mean that in the utmost. I mean, I take that to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, dude who has an entourage around him of 3 or plus men, you know what I'm saying? They're always going to have that extra, like, I'm going to act bad. They're always going to have that extra,
they know they
I'm
got
going to...
people behind them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I remember, and I'm glad... shout out, first of all, before I begin the story, shout out David Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for David, if it wasn't for David Solomon, I'd still be on charges right now.
Yeah.
Because I was on a bus. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know David Solomon worked for the TTC. You know what I'm saying? So I was on a bus, and David Solomon was the driver. Yeah. And it was one of those days where it was like really, really rainy and shit. And I got on the bus, and I'm chopping it up with him. And these two guys get on the bus, you know what I'm saying? One guy's drunk, one guy's not. The drunk guy comes up, and I'm basically explaining the fuckery of the TTC. Doesn't the drunk guy come and, why don't you shut the fuck up, and pushes me out the way? So I'm just like, man, no, this nigga didn't. Not today. You know what I'm saying? He with his homie, too, and so I look at him, I'm just like, yo, my dude, what the fuck is your problem? You know what I'm saying? Oh, shut the fuck up. So dude proceeds to come in closer to me.
Yeah.
He's got his homie there with him. You know what I'm saying? He does the most bitch-ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Man grabbed me by my hair. I had a bit more long hair at the time, so he grabbed me by my hair. And I'm just like,
whole time I'm unfazed by this. I'm just like, my dude, you better you either at this point in time, there's two things going through my head. I'm just like, all right, at this point in time, you either gotta kill me or you're gonna have to knock me out. You let me go, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm there, man's got me by hand. I'm like, yo, bro, you better let me go. You know what I'm saying? Solomon's like, yo, dog, let the man go. Idiot lets me go. Now, I want y'all to take this. Is my right hand. It's my old reliable. My right hand is infused with motherfucking metal. Okay. I'm not supposed to hit people with this hand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he let me go. He backs up. His homie's right behind him. I look at David Solomon. I look at the bystanders on the bus. I'm just like, you dumb motherfucker. Like, he got a Michael J. Like, he didn't even catch the windup. He got a Michael J. White. Wham! Yeah. Right in his eye. Metal fist right to the eye. His homie heard the impact. Everybody heard the impact. It was so quick of a punch. David's just like, you punched him? I didn't even see that. I didn't even feel that. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy, after getting hit with his homie said, no, man, you got to calm down. Puts him down on the seat. Yeah. Mind you, his homie is fully functional. Yeah. So I just hit somebody in the face. Yeah. And his homie did not want to jump in the fight. Yeah. That's how bad it was. So we had to sit down. I got off the bus. This was by Queen and Ronsonsville. I went to my homie's house in Parkdale. I went to homie's house in Parkdale. David Solomon hit me up on Facebook, said, yo, you need to call me right now. Yeah. I called David Solomon. He's just like, yo, I had to stop that bus at St. Joseph's Hospital. Yeah. And the EMS had to escort this guy. This guy's eye was swollen out to here. Oh, shit. Now, the reason I say that is because when it comes down to it, I don't give a fuck how tough certain people say they are. Leave your gun and your crew at home and meet me in a mutual place, and we'll see where that fight goes. Yeah. Guaranteed, win or lose, that's going to be a fight you remember for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Man.
Who are you trying to fight today?
Nobody.
He's just keeping it 100.
I'm just keeping it 100. I got a lot of stuff to get off my chest. And honestly, when I originally came in here, I was gonna spill all the tea, but I said to myself, you know what? There is a time and a place for everything. I'm just gonna address what needs to be addressed. I'm in a better place in life right now. I got a good woman. You know what I'm saying? I just got out of rehab, and I'm doing
Spidey.
Good. Yo,
or sorry, Wade. Now.
Yeah.
But you're still Spidey to me, bro.
Unfortunately, you're always gonna be Spidey to us.
Spidey, yo. Me and Spidey have had some nights together, bro.
I've been there for
salute to my man Spidey.
Wild-ass
but what the hell was I just gonna say about all this now? I don't even remember now.
About to tell him that
you said something that I had something like lined up, and then
listen. Here's what I want to say.
Spidey, anyways, cheers.
Here's what I want to say. I've known you for years. It sounds like right now, to be in all honesty, and you've come with me once or twice to the spot, but it sounds like right now you need to go to the motherfucking gym. You got some demons that you need to exercise. You need to hit the iron, homie.
I do remember now. Thank you for bringing it up. We are acceptable of all tea being spilled.
We are. No, but the thing is, like,
hit the gym, bro.
I've realized that, like, I was going to elaborate on that because that was my initial thing, but it's just like, you know what, sometimes it's really not worth it. And that's something that I've learned.
It's
like,
not.
Sometimes
that's facts.
You can know the full truth about the situation. You can know all the ins and outs, all the chinks of the armor, but sometimes it's really not worth it because it's not to say necessarily me, but a lot of people certain people might take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the thing.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I could say something, and then somebody want to take it the wrong way.
And
now
they'll
somebody
flip it
have
too.
A problem with me, and they want to come hunt me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that right now. I don't have time. At whatever age, y'all know my age. At whatever age that I'm at right now, I don't got time for that shit. I don't. I really don't. Like, at the end, not to my horn, I'm a pretty nigga. I don't have time to be throwing fists and risk getting punched in the face. I really don't. As much as I'm nice with them hands, I don't have time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that.
Are you pretty or are you petty, homie?
Both.
Pretty petty.
Petty ass motherfucker.
I think some people.
Yo, salute to all my petty people out there, though.
Strategically petty.
Yo, strategic pettiness is
not
great.
Just being petty for the sake of being
blatant pettiness is whack.
Yeah.
Like if the person I'm being petty to is like directly calling out on the drop of the dime that I'm being petty, that's whack pettiness. Nah, like you got to get that it's like metaphorical pettiness to where like they don't even realize till like days later.
I'm trying to raise awareness through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not just being petty to be petty. You know what I mean? Because me being petty is
petty awareness month?
It's contrived.
me being petty is almost a translation of, you know what? I've tried to voice my opinion on so many different platforms, but y'all keep fucking blocking it. So this is what y'all get now.
Yeah.
Man, is there any platform specifically you want to shout out?
Shout out Ride Entertainment. You know what I'm saying, for helping me with.
I meant more the ones blocking you.
No, not at all.
I'm just playing. No.
Fuck
That's
ones
what,
in the
no,
block,
put it
though.
like this. So one thing I know about
No,
this,
Ride Entertainment. Let him show these people.
Yeah. Helped me with my first publication in the magazine ever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Sean Smith.
Hey.
You know what I mean? That's a big milestone for me.
He hit us up a bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Mega. Mega Sean? No, that's not Mega Sean. That's Mega, though.
No. But shout out to Mega Sean.
Shout out
yeah,
Mega Sean,
cook
too,
curry
man.
in the six.
Cook
Yeah,
curry in
in
the six.
I prefer Nam curry
That's
in the
just
six.
popping
but
right now.
Those shirts
It's
are
all the
popping.
same shit.
That's the greatest saying.
You
though.
have to cook it. You have to yam it.
There's better things. For life.
Speaking of which.
What's that?
Oh, no, sorry. Proceed, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I realized that there's better things in life, and at the age I'm at, like one thing I remember an OG told me this. One of my OGs told me this. He's just like, yo, you don't like at the end of the day, don't be beefing with everybody and anybody because
no
niggas
point.
do not even have $175 in their bank account.
Yeah.
When I say
Yeah.
$175, I mean $1.75.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like niggas don't even have $175. That's something that an OG
Yeah.
told me. So I really got to waste time beefing with all these different people. Don't make no
Facts.
sense.
Even if they have
or
$1 billion,
even calling
it's
stuff
not
out. You know what I'm
worth
saying?
it.
As of recently, I just took a spiritual turn. You know what I'm saying? Like my girl helped me out with a lot of stuff, kept me calm too. So it's just like
No, honestly, I like that though, bro. Because one thing I did notice about you back in the day is that, like,
I have to handle too much.
well, like anytime that you had any issue with anyone, you might not directly call them out, but you spoke on it.
Yeah.
And so, like, anytime there's a fault and stuff, and like, just to me, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I like to see when people, you know what I mean? Like, because people deal with that shit, but I like it when people, like, you know, just keep their image more positive and stuff. You know what I mean? Which I've seen you've been doing a lot more.
Fuck
The last bit. Well, no, it's like it's one thing, you know.
No,
it
I'm
depends
fucking
what you're
around.
involved in and
No,
what's
I'm
going
fucking
on,
around.
but it's just, you know, like it seemed like you weren't in a great place at that time. I feel like.
I've always been that underdog, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I've been just trying to establish myself and who I am as an artist and just get that respect and not necessarily recognition, but just like respect, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel that a lot of the respect that I get from certain artists, it's forced. It's forced and it's tolerated because it's just like at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what? At the end of the day, we don't want to fuck with him, but we cannot deny the fact that he is a sick artist. You can't deny that shit. Yeah.
Say something though? Man, a lot of it
Make some noise for that, though.
No, absolutely make some noise for that. But and I'm sure Mike will agree with what I'm about to say. But you guys are still somewhat younger, you know what I mean? I remember like guys definitely thought me and you the same age for a long time. I told them how old I was.
Yo, Mike,
But
grab another one.
But
course, why you
what it
asking?
is, and I told you, because I've been the recipient of a lot of those 3 a.m. calls from you. You know what I'm saying? Me and you've had a lot of deep phone calls at, you know, some crazy
get two.
times.
Yeah.
But I told you
I
this before. In your 20s, you're absolutely fucking lost. Because in your 20s, you're raw. You still want to do all these things. You still have your dreams. You're still raw talent.
Speaking of raw, check out the No Condom podcast on
Hold on.
YouTube. Sorry,
But by the
continue.
time you get to your 30s and once you start getting deeper into your 30s, you kind of don't
Speaking
give
of
a
deeper,
fuck
check out the
about
No
what
Condom
other
podcast.
people
Yeah,
think or say.
That's where I'm at
You
right
kinda-
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and that's what I told you. I told you, like, me at 29, I thought I lost everything in my life. Everything. I told you, like, I lost, like, damn near close to $100,000 investment. You know what I'm saying? I lost, like,
back when you had the band and everything.
everything. You know what I'm saying? Lost my identity. And then come 30, I'm like, fuck it, flip the switch. Before I even turned 30, I said, flip the switch, start over. And in my 30s, it just got so much better to the point where it's like, if I didn't go through all that bullshit, I wouldn't be half as fucking happy as I am now, and I wouldn't be as emotionally understanding as I am now. You know what I'm saying?
But, bro,
so,
if I'm
20s is a
popping-
lot of bullshit, man.
If I'm
When you hit
popping
your
by
30s,
30, I'm going Lil Xan.
You're gonna what?
I'm going Lil Xan if I'm popping by 30.
And Lil
I'm
Xan's
a
how old, though?
girl.
He's like 17.
I'm a girl with a little offbeat
Don't sweat the
haircut, get
petty
it dyed
stuff, pet the
blonde or
sweaty
some
stuff.
shit.
That's
Get
what
some
it
face
is.
tats, and then I'm just gonna pull guns on people at gas stations. Except I'm not trying to go viral. I'm just trying to get money.
Because
and
you don't have
cars.
the same issues that we have.
I'm
to
going
worry
Xan.
about. The cops don't understand you pulling a gun. They won't understand one of us through pulling a gun.
Well, he is being
Don't
investigated.
fuck-
Oh man, I don't
on
even
site.
understand myself pulling out a gun. So
But
for the
don't be a
police to
little
try
more
to understand it,
understanding.
that's a difficult task.
I'm
That's
just
a
saying,
difficult
you can get
task.
away with that shit.
I think that whole design thing was staged.
Yeah, it seems a little
Probably.
weird, but fuck, whatever.
I feel like everything's staged.
All right, let's
This
move
whole
on to-
world is staged.
Let's move on to something that actually fucking matters right now. And
Yeah,
it's
the fact that they're
we
actually
lost-
making it legal to have sex with horses in California right now.
Well, good for them. Good for them. But talk like
Baptize
that
into
might
the
get us kicked off of YouTube. So let's
And you
not
actually
bring
might
that
be able
shit
to
up.
film it.
What?
Well, again, good for them.
He
But what
knows
I
too
wanted
much.
to
Can you
say
picture?
is,
Can you
knows
picture?
too
Can you
much.
picture?
Another one.
Can you
What I
picture the
wanted to
titles?
say-
Donkey impregnates.
Another one. Oh my God.
The Toronto Raptors lost the fucking
Busty blonde.
the last-
Kyle Lowry was paid $44 million to miss that shot.
Kyle Lowry was not paid to miss that shot.
He was paid to miss that
but we
shot because
lost
how the
by 1 point.
fuck you guys got down by 1 point. You guys could have drove. You guys could have drawn a foul. You guys passed it out, and you guys throw a bullshit shot.
Maybe that's why they had such a long timeout or whatever. What was that?
They shouldn't have taken that timeout
too.
Yeah. No. But that timeout that they took when we went on that 9-0 run, we should not have taken that timeout. Kawhi was on one. Kawhi was flying to the fucking rim like he was on some shit. And we took a fucking timeout and ruined my man's motherfucking flow.
Right?
He was effortlessly
you know what,
touching the fucking rim.
You know what I was saying,
Man's catching his
That
own
was the most
rebounds.
beautiful
They're trying to steal
basketball
the ball
I
from
ever
him, and he's
seen
grabbing it back
in
like
my
he
life
turned
for that
Jordan.
2-minute period.
He turned Jordan. He turned
Absolutely.
Jordan.
And they fucked his flow up.
Yeah,
They
they did.
fucked his shit up.
I've heard something,
Yes.
but I'm not sure if it's true.
Please.
I'm hearing that Kawhi may have wanted that timeout.
You know what? It is possible. Laurie
Yeah.
did call it, but Kawhi had the ball, and Laurie
Yeah.
was kind of like, as it came over, I saw Laurie kind of signaling to the ref.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was Kawhi who wanted it, if it was Nurse who wanted it, or if it was Laurie who wanted it. But it did seem really fucking awkward and out of place for them to have taken that with I don't know, I think we had like a minute 15 left.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, you just went on a 9-0 run. It's them who's supposed to take the timeout,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
us.
yeah.
We're supposed to keep the fucking flow. We're supposed to keep the energy, and we're supposed to demoralize them right now. Not give them a chance to regroup and come back and lick 3 fucking threes on us. That's what fucked us. But nonetheless, we got 2 more games, and I think we're gonna fucking take it. Knock on wood.
Do you?
And when we do, the city is gonna
Do
burn
you
to the
truly
fucking
feel
ground.
like we're actually going to take it, or are you just
Hell
hopeful
yeah.
that we're going
No,
to
absolutely.
take it?
We're taking it. We're
I
taking
hope
it.
it goes to Game 7 because it would be
I hope
nice
it
for them
doesn't.
to win
I
here.
hope we-
I would also like to see them lose here too.
Get the
The humble, all you Raptors fans, y'all need to grow up before you win a
You
championship.
can catch me at the Eaton
Y'all
Center.
ain't ready
If
for
they,
it
if they
yet.
lose, you can catch me at the Eaton Center. You
Catch
catch me at Bane Blur where the Gucci stores and all that stuff.
So if they lose, are we gonna start looting?
Yo, if people start looting,
That's gonna make it worse.
I'm going to be so lit. Right, bro?
That's what I'm talking
I'll be coming in next.
Win or lose, it's a win-win.
Fam, I'll be coming in here next Wednesday. I'm gonna be like, yo, are those Gator loafers? I'll be like, yeah, fam, Gucci.
You know
What's
what's
up?
fucked up?
So you're saying everybody
what's
next
up?
week, by this time,
Like, I
everybody-
couldn't spend 5 cuts on these, but gee, like, free.
We better watch out.
I don't
Probably
even know where
might
you're
use this
sitting at.
podcast. Probably use that on the podcast. They use it against us.
Hey, yo, y'all hear what this man just said?
Yeah. They might use part of this podcast to say this instigated the looting.
Well, let me say this on this behalf.
Oh, I was talking
Hold on,
about
hold on.
Ludacris.
Let me say.
Right.
Not
let me-
looting, like
let me-
Luda.
Let me just say this.
Yeah, drop another
Let me just
album,
say this.
fam.
Let me just say this. Inside of that, if they try to incriminate us, listen, I'm a fun guy. I mean, I love the game of basketball. I mean, there's just some more questions that you got to ask me. I can't just give you the whole spiel. I don't even know where he's sitting at.
Love it. That's what's
It's
up.
gonna be interesting tomorrow and Sunday if we go to Sunday.
Absolutely, bro.
I'm
Yo.
really hoping it goes to Sunday though.
I just. Oh,
I
see,
wanna
I
win
can't even
this
say
city,
this
but
because this
it's,
will be considered what you just said.
Say
I had something fire to say, but
positive.
I can't
I'm
say
not
it. Nah.
positive, but
No, but one thing I do just want to let be known is that did you know the RBC building that's downtown on Front Street, or like right off Front Street, the big golden building?
Yeah.
Did you know that glass is actually baked with like it was like 78% of England's gold reserves are baked into the glass that window. So every pane of glass and that giant middle finger of capitalism that greets everybody as they enter Toronto is worth, I think it's like over $10,000 each pane of glass, and they're all tinted with like, they're all literally have gold baked into the windows.
All right.
That's all I'm
well.
saying. But it's a very
So
heavily
you would go and
guarded
break
place.
those fucking windows, is what you're saying. You want to go and break?
No,
those
you
the
can't
fuck-
do that.
Why not?
Well, I mean, if Toronto's being looted, it might be a different story. But anyways,
what is it
now
just
that you made me push the line of what I should have said and what I couldn't say, and now I could potentially.
Well, I'm sorry for fucking your flow up like Nick Nurse did Kawhi Leonard, but
You know.
shit happened.
But I'm just
if
saying,
it was Kawhi,
it's a
then
looter's dream, is
I
all
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
Right.
maybe it was programmed for them to lose. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you said,
If you could steal 10K a piece before you even walk in the building, that's the biggest bank heist of all time. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, just make a movie about it. I'm not saying anyone do this, but I'm saying make a movie.
See, the thing is,
You get Brad Pitt in it. You get Mark Wahlberg.
Automatic fucking RCMP gonna show up for
Nah,
that
it all depends, yo. It's all
Nah,
depends.
man.
How'd you know about the gold?
Right? You seeing him? Maloney told me. Who's this Maloney?
Man.
fucking move. See a video
Bro,
of
the
Tim
gold is
Hortons later. You
the
know?
gold
Like,
is a well-known
fuck.
fact. Like this is like historically documented stuff. Any regular historian or some shit would know this stuff.
Yeah,
like,
regular
it's like,
historian. Most
We're
people
not
are
talking
historians.
about.
yeah, well, people know shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like,
they
you
do,
know,
they do.
yeah. It's just one of those facts. Like, look it up. You'll find enough like sources. Like, it's not just like one of those. It's not conspiracy. It's a fact.
I believe you.
When you look at like pamphlets that talk about Toronto, they like promote that as like a sightseeing attraction. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before.
I haven't seen it before because
I don't know, but I've seen it in like either
never
way.
been
I've
to,
read
like,
it and
walk around
like
this
it's factual shit. But either way, yeah, it's just like a giant golden middle finger capitalism to all the lower class workers hopping in off and on the GO train to come into the city every day to afford their 3-person house that's an hour and a half out of the city. It's like, just don't forget who runs this shit.
Well, I mean, you know what I have to say to that, right? At the end of the day, pretty much, you know, they're gonna give me the middle finger. I'm giving the fucking middle finger back. Fuck
Yeah.
this motherfucker.
But you ever look at that building? It looks like a finger.
No, not
and the way
really.
it's placed, it's like it's just middle finger capitalism
You know
waving,
what?
waving over top of you as you come in. And
I'm gonna
out
be
of the
honest.
city, like,
As a Torontonian,
don't forget.
as someone who's lived in this city my whole life and visited downtown my whole fucking life or whatnot, I don't really like look up and see like the building. You know what I mean? Like I'm just more like
No,
ground level.
but
Like, I
the
just
people
kinda
who
don't
come
give a
in and out
fuck.
of the
Yeah,
city.
like, it's not something I notice. Even like coming through
No.
the Gardner, you know it's more buildings, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not like you hang out on the Gardner. Do you know what? They should open a walking path on the Gardner, though. Yeah, and they should just put a sign, walk at your own risk. I'll be walking that daily, motherfucker. I'll be like, yo, this is fire. Be like, yo, who wants to shoot a video? Copy an extra 100 high risk.
Be a potential victim of a chair challenge.
Yo, shout outs to Marcella
we
Zoya.
can't wait to get on
Yo.
the show, man.
Yeah, when she coming
Make
on,
sure you
bro?
clip this out and let's send it to her. Like, we're waiting for her, that interview.
Yeah, we've been waiting for Marcella
yeah.
Z. I'm still waiting for my drops too, by the way. But
I think she's having
it's
too
cool.
much fun with Godass.
Yo,
You saw the
man.
Godass video?
I've made a decision to stop talking, even in joke form, about her
No, this is not a joke.
Until the-
I'm just saying, did you watch?
until we
her-
do the interview.
But I'm saying, did you see the?
Shout
her
outs to
and
Marcella.
Godass? I'm not joking about it. But did you see it?
No, I did not see
There's a
it.
video of her. I guess she's a part of Godass.
Godass.
Or joined Godass.
Who the fuck's that?
Godass-
She
you
be
don't
doing the
remember
most on her IG.
Nah,
Godass is like, well,
Like,
it's a
is
bunch
her
of
ass
girls,
that good
and it says
looking
and it says Godass on their back, and then they do import
bunch of models
shows
do
and
that
shit
shit.
like that.
Bunch of models do that.
Yeah.
shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
used
they're
to
like
do
the
it when I was like
godass
15.
status. So did it make like J-Lo look horrible or something?
No,
Like,
it's
how
just
did they
they-
get that godass status?
No, they just run around and it just says Godass in their.
It's not god ass, it's got
God.
ass.
God
Like
ass.
got
oh,
milk.
God. Oh, word.
Yeah.
Got
I thought it was
ass?
God.
Yeah.
I thought it was like God ass. Like
Yeah.
You're
got,
like,
like,
nah, I
ass
don't
of
got
God.
ass, but
Like,
I got a whole
word.
lot of jizz.
Oh, so God ass.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if she's a part of it, but there's a video circulating, just like the cocaine one.
Nah, whatever.
So,
Cocaine.
I mean, at the end of the day, nobody got hurt.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
got
right.
fucked over, so I
Hey.
don't think she's really gonna do much. She's probably gonna have to pay a fucking fine and just be told like, yo,
That's
do
it.
that
Funny
shit
thing
again.
is, I
you know?
seen 2 niggas do it before she did it.
Yep.
What happened to those guys?
I don't know. They were on
On the
the
same
run.
video.
No, a different
Different
one.
video.
Oh, word.
This
I guess
nigga
it was
yelling
like
out. This nigga yelling out 6 months, 6 months. Throws the chair
Yeah.
off and it hits the gardener like at late at nighttime.
Yeah.
Word.
The thing is,
It's
they
already
didn't
been
get caught.
done.
Yeah.
It
She's
was,
just-
you know?
Hers just went viral.
And she
There
got
you go.
Yeah.
There you
Shout outs
go,
to
man.
Marcella.
Shout out to a whole generation
We
fucking
waiting
pretty much
for
a whole
the drop.
generation
We gotta,
putting their whole shit online, you know, just selling
don't got the
themselves
drop
out,
yet.
snitching on themselves
Spoke to-
online.
I spoke to her last
Stop
week.
doing
Yeah,
that
she
shit.
said
You don't need to
exactly.
expose your whole fucking life
Yeah.
online, and you do not
She
need
just
to
keeps
snitch
saying,
on
yeah.
yourself
I
online.
think she doesn't understand how
Yeah,
simple
Snitch on
it is.
yourself online. My new name for you is YNW, whatever the fuck your name is.
There you go.
Give her a script.
There you
She like
go.
tried
Murder
calling
on
me
my
at like
mind.
2 a.m.
That-
She tried calling me on Facebook at 2 a.m. one night, like
Yeah.
like a couple months ago when I
talking about
reminded
Chair
her
Girl?
Yeah.
about the drop.
Yeah.
And then like 2 hours later at like 2:40 in the morning or something, like my Instagram was ringing and it was her, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. She wants to talk to me about the drop, and I did acid earlier that night. And I'm like, I can't pick this up right now. I'm
Are
way
you sure
too
you
out
didn't
of my
hallucinate
mind.
this call?
No, it's 100% fact.
So
I'll take you
Chair
through
Girl
my
is
fucking
calling you at
noties.
2 and 4 a.m. in the morning?
Yo, she's
No.
a party girl, man.
No, at
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
2:40 a.m. in the morning.
Well, I guess
ish.
she wanted to party. Why didn't you party with
No,
her?
it was the fact that I reminded her about the drops
Ah.
earlier that night. And
she's
then,
saying that you,
and then like
Got you,
after
got
I
you.
didn't pick up the call because I'm like, that's fucking trippy and weird, and I'm high on acid. Like I can't like even professionally handle myself about
That's a
an
lie.
interview
Mine
right
don't
now.
matter.
No, I was really high.
No, that's a
But-
lie. Mind over matter. I'm going to tell you that. That's Turnip King talking to
did
you.
you-
I
Alright.
performed on fucking mushrooms, and he's a witness to that.
I've
Yeah,
done a
I
lot
was
of
there
shit
for
on a
that.
lot of
Did you end up
drugs, but
getting a hold
Ass
of
is
them?
a little bit
so
more
what
extreme
happened
than
is
mushrooms,
that
I think, though.
like after I was
performed
like,
on that
whoa.
too.
So then I opened the messages and she was like, hey, like basically like I'm wondering kind of how you like what you want me to say, whatever.
Yeah, you
like
send her a
kind of
script. Send her a
like
script.
and then she called me.
Yeah.
And then I didn't pick it up because I was high on acid. So then the next morning I'm like, yeah, sorry about that.
See,
Like,
I'm glad she's
high on
just-
acid.
She's open
But-
to she's open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I didn't say I was high on acid. I just said it was
That's
a
cool
late
that
night.
she's
You should have told her you were high on acid.
Right? No, you'd be surprised
Yeah.
how much leeway you get when you say that type of shit.
I don't want
Especially
leeway.
nowadays, especially nowadays.
Right?
Shout out to my
probably
girl.
would've asked
Lindsay.
you for
I'm
some.
not looking for that. I just want this interview
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
she
that-
probably would have been like,
definitely.
well, interview me on
or the
acid.
drops more
Yeah.
so.
The job should be dope.
And like yeah,
It solidified.
I think we
everything.
would have an. I think if she came on Toronto Talks, like
Oh yeah, it would be.
we would have a very interesting conversation.
All right, let me ask a question. How does acid actually compare to magic mushrooms? Because I fucked with shrooms
Okay,
a
so
lot.
here's the difference.
Yeah.
Here's the
I
difference.
fuck
Here's
with
the
shrooms,
difference.
but how does
Mushrooms-
acid compare?
Just do both and you'll find out.
No, that's not a good idea.
Not
Like
both,
both
at the
at
same time.
Yeah, I've done
No,
that.
not the same
No, I've done
time.
that before. I did it on Halloween. It was fun.
Oh,
But
that's
listen,
trash.
the difference is like,
Can I have
okay,
another one of
when it
those?
comes down, when it comes down
My
to like,
G.
when it comes down to acid is more mental in the mind. You think more of stuff on your mind. On shrooms, it's more of a physical. Hey, I'm having fun. I'm having a spiritual journey. Acid, you gonna sit there and be like, I wonder why this, and this works like this. Oh, yo, I'm high, and then you look around at all the fucking visuals and shit. Shrooms, it's just like you enjoying everything. Everything is in the physical. You know what I'm saying?
See, I find them very similar to be honest,
They
but
are
they're
similar,
but they're
that's the
different.
Shrooms is the physical feeling, and acid.
Shrooms,
is
I want to like go walk
if you
around
fuck on
nature.
acid, though, that's lit. That's life. That's
Okay.
lit.
So psilocybin versus LSD. I ain't never tried acid before. I've tried mushrooms.
I'd rather do coke.
handful of times. Yes, we kind of like figured that out. Like, I don't think there's a week that goes by where you don't profess your love, at least to us, off air.
Yeah, you know what? You know what?
Yeah.
I kind of been
Cocaina.
chilling on it though since the weekend.
Since the weekend.
So make some noise for that.
But you know, like cash flow right now or
It's been
something. What's
like
going
a
on?
couple of
Like,
days.
No, you know, sometimes it's like drinking. You know, when you like have like a serious bender, or like when you
Yeah.
have like too many nights in a
Yeah,
row where you get
yeah,
too
yeah.
drunk and feel like
So again,
shit.
you woke
You're
up
like,
with a
yeah, I'm gonna
nosebleed.
fall back for a bit. No, nosebleed ain't shit. But I woke up after a couple of days and I was like, this.
It's the headaches for when you need the Advil at like
No,
9
it's
o'clock.
not even that because I don't even do Advil and shit. So like I only
Shit
heal
was cut
myself
with too
through.
much
I only heal
X-Lax?
myself through sweat and water
you getting the shits again?
and sleep. But no, my shit is just like
Too much
if I
X-Lax, you
can't
get shits, bro.
function for a day,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like my grind used to be so serious, I wouldn't drink or do drugs for like 5 years good straight, like right before I moved up here, basically, and even like the first couple
we
years I lived up
corrupted
here.
you.
No. But what I'm saying is the fact that like I was so disciplined that once I kind of decided to let loose and let go,
Yeah.
then it was hard to gain the discipline back that I had once. You know what I mean? So now I'm like, well, I spent so many years not doing shit. I'm like, who cares if I do it twice in a weekend? Or who cares if I do this? Or so then the party side comes out more, and then I'm getting back to the point where it's like, this is why I was disciplined to begin with, because it's not worth not being able to function for a day. That's you only have so many days, and then that day that you're not functionable, that's one more day less of your life. So for every day you complain, I'm nearing 30 and I got this for myself, my grind's this, whatever. I like, I had someone tell me that my grind was inspiring to them like a few days ago. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, as much as like that's appreciated, I'm like, nah, like, I feel like I don't deserve that. I'm like, I feel like I should be grinding harder.
Feels like this motherfucker's about to write Slippin' Part 2 by DMX and be like,
Nah,
Slippin'. But you know what I want to say, though? Because I have partied with you guys a lot, you know what I mean? Like, you two specifically in same parties or different parties or whatever. As a non-cocaine user, it kind of, like, sucks. Actually, not really. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm always the guy. You guys are always in the corner doing whatever. I'm like, yo, fuck you guys. I'm going to go roll a fucking blunt.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
it don't
sitting there
matter.
But I was gonna say
The only time it matters
does
when it
suck to be
seems
the
like it's
only
a
one who's
problem.
Not, bending over doing that motherfucking
I haven't
line.
touched cocaine
Yeah.
since June, by the way. That's just
Hey,
since
make
May.
some noise for that.
haven't
I
touched
wasn't
Usually-
implementing you on anything.
Usually,
I
I
didn't
am the
mention
one
your
at
name
those
to
parties
anything.
who's like, yo, y'all do
No, that's
anything.
for everybody else. They know
My
how
G.
I get down.
My G. But yeah.
But no, it's good to hear that. You
When
know
I
what I'm
say
saying?
we
Like, you
had some
slowing down
nights
a little
together-
bit.
We have me, you, and my sister. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
fuck.
Let's turn it up.
Shout out
Hey,
to
shout
you.
out Tila.
Shout out my
That's what's up. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, man. Like this Toronto scene, like I said, there's the dudes who put out videos on YouTube and they're getting like 100,000, 200 to 1 million hits, but they're not performing at a lot of these shows. Yeah. And then there's the group of us who are performing at a lot of these shows, and we're keeping these bars. What I want to say is like the ones of us who are performing at a lot of these shows, we're man motherfucking close. Like we've known each other 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and it's kind of weird to see these youngins come in and get all this YouTube love when we're the ones, again, like out here grinding, but they're grinding too, so I gotta respect their hustle, yo.
These niggas got beef with each other, so they don't want to go to shows and venues at the risk of it getting shot up. That's one, and these guys are spending their time OT in the trap, selling God only knows what, and then they coming back and then they shooting their videos. That's all they really got time for. Yeah. They don't want to take the risk of going to a show where another op nigga's at and then they get shot up. Yeah. That's why you
and a lot of them, what they do ain't even about that anyways. Exactly. Like, if you go to shows, you'll notice there's, for the most part, at least the ones I frequent, the most trash artists on the bill who, like, you know, the general consensus might be that guy's kind of trash. Like, he represents a certain kind, like, he's trying to be good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a couple trap artists on the bill and stuff that are just doing the party music and stuff. But for the most part, artists that make that kind of music generally aren't trying to frequent the club scenes. Yeah. Like the rap show scenes. It's usually dudes who are part of, there's some sort of embodiment to hip hop in the culture and wanting to be like in that environment that like you can't like you can't recreate. Like it's like this like nostalgic thing of the past, and we all just want to be in the venue with people feeling the shit. But 95% of the time, even the best shows we do, only fucking 40% of the people are paying attention. Well, you know what I mean? It's it's one of these things where it's like there's like this like attachment to like want it because of the way we view and love the art form, as to where I think a lot of these new kids, like they're so far removed from that part. It's just about like literally like a lot of these dudes grew up on the internet. Yeah. Like you think about it, a 20-year-old today wasn't even born when like the Dynasty came out.
No, I feel you. But what a lot of these kids are doing too,
or just born.
But what a lot of these kids are doing too, you know what I'm saying?
The towers got knocked down at 1 year old.
Yeah, but no, what a lot of these kids are doing.
See, when you put it that, but the fucked up thing is when you put it that way, it's fucked up. But these women born in these years are old enough to be hot sliding in our DMs. That's
Yo, but make some noise for young women. No R. Kelly.
What I want to say though, real quick, is a lot of these kids though, a lot of these artists, what they're doing is they're making songs where, again, like they're not necessarily gonna come out to the pubs and the smaller, you know, clubs and venues that are putting these dudes on, but they might be going to like the nightclub to perform that one hot track that got 100,000 views.
I was just gonna say
club's got
the
like
walkthrough. They just want the walkthrough money.
Yeah,
that bag for the walkthrough is more than our whole underground show makes.
Absolutely,
and that's absolutely, they're getting that. You know, it's a realm. That's what I mean. There's different realms in our scene. There's our realm, which is the underground realm. There's the young and poppin' realm where they only go to the big shows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's different realms of it, and you gotta find out. You basically gotta find out where you fit in what realm and what your niche is. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta thrive off of that.
Absolutely. But we gotta figure out as a city and as a movement how to hybrid this shit. You understand what I'm saying? We have to figure out how to cross stream this shit, how to like interpolate all of this shit so that everybody is actually profiting off of the trajectory.
It can't happen.
I don't see it happening. I really do not see it happening.
It can happen. I don't know if everyone could profit.
It can happen.
The only way it's gonna happen is like we need a hip hop leader from every major state to come up here and like enforce some type of order, because if we emulate everything based off the state,
you know what?
We're more bound to listen to somebody.
You can't just emulate a state either though, because everything is circumstantial.
I know that, but I'm just saying how things are. We're more likely to listen.
I feel you.
We're more likely to listen because that's coming from the motherland of hip hop.
Question though, would any of us, all of us, listen to Drake?
Yeah,
because I mean, not his music in terms of what you're saying.
No, because he's a. I'm not going to talk about
for the success that he.
What I will say about Drake,
I will not say anything about Drake.
I'm just saying for the success that, and I've been telling this younger guy earlier.
That's all right. I'll say everything.
You say what you got to say. I ain't going to say it.
A very successful blueprint that I'm not saying everyone can follow and emulate, but he's from our city. He fucks with the things. He fucks with the world.
He's definitely.
No, do you know what it is? I'm be real with you.
Yeah.
I'm actually harder on our own when it comes to spotlight stuff, because we've had so little on a global scale to represent us for so long that I'm hard on it. So when Drake was first popping, I was like, kid's nice, aight. Yeah. But like the props, I'm like, I didn't really give him it until like literally his first album. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, the way he's freaking it here. But then as the years gone on, like I'm just like, yo,
We're 2019. We've
Drake?
known what he's done. So if Drizzy was to have
What he's done is
a
ridiculous, bro.
seminar- But cause
No, I'd fully.
yeah.
If Drake had a seminar, I'd take that shit in. Fuck
That's
it.
all
No,
I gotta
of
course.
Yeah, 100%.
Makes
man.
sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna put you onto some game.
If he
But what?
puts
But,
one of
but the point of what I'm saying.
I think
A lot of
that's
his
the problem that a
success
lot
is
of people
handpicked.
have is they don't want to
Yeah.
be put onto game by other individuals that they feel are their peers. It hurts to be put on the game by someone you look at as your peer or somebody below you. But yo, man, if they could put
But
you on the game and if that could help you,
Drake
Well,
is
whatever we were
Let
talking
you
about, the
probably
point I
take
was
it in,
making
you know?
is that
Yeah.
Drake,
What's wrong with
to
that
me, at
shit?
the beginning was kind of whack.
Yeah.
Because like I thought he was a good rapper, but I'm like he's corny. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like I can't like it's lame. You know what I mean? And it took some time for me to get into it. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but that's basically
But
the
it's
point
been
of the
like
story
10
is
years
getting
since
to.
his major debut till now.
Like he's proved himself, and I think he's
Hell
gotten
yeah.
worse as a rapper over the years. But he's actually like he's proving
he
himself.
might have gotten
continuing
worse
forward.
as a rapper, but he's got better as a
an
fucking
entity.
songwriter.
As an entity.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah.
pockets. There's pockets that
He's
he
a
finds where
household
it's like
name. He's a household
the
name. That's it.
fuck,
He's a
bro?
household
People
name.
who don't listen to rappers.
Exactly.
No, but if you study as a songwriter, regardless of who's writing his songs for him or whatnot, like you just study some of the
No,
shit. Like,
we did-
there's certain pockets
No.
where it's like, bro,
No.
what the fuck? Like these pockets.
No, we can't talk about someone being a great songwriter, and before we get into it, say debatable if
Even-
they're writing their
even
songs.
some
of
No,
the best
just
songwriters
dead
have
the
people-
conversation.
No,
It's
no.
not
Great-
worth
we'll
having.
just say great
Not worth
entertainer.
having.
Entertainer, but
Great
Not worth
entertainer.
having.
Great entertainer, because some of the best.
Great
some of
entertainer.
the best songs are written
And
by
me
multiple
personally,
people. Like,
I think that Drake's written the majority of his shit. I think there's a couple songs here and there.
I think he's
goes
wrong.
in.
Yeah, absolutely. The
I
majority
think
of it.
like when he gets in his bag as a rapper, like that's Drake.
That's what I'm trying to
To
say.
me.
Like, aside from the fact that he might have had some stuff written
But-
for him, I believe he's written a majority of his shit. And again, he finds pockets. He finds new ways to do something where it's like, why the fuck didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? It's so simple where it's like, shit, how the fuck? Where did that come from? You know what I mean? There's certain things he does that just from an actual music writer standpoint, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but it makes absolute fucking sense.
Well, it's like jazz, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. But again, you know what I mean? Like, I know the family that he comes from. I understand, like, again, his uncle's fucking Sly and the Family Stone. You know, like, that's one of the greatest bands of all fucking time, if not the greatest band of all fucking time.
Not the greatest, but yes.
I would put
They're
it up
good.
there. Definitely top 5.
I wouldn't even put him top 5, but all right.
That's a whole other conversation, but I would put Sly
no.
in the Family Stone.
Sly, they're cool, like they're good.
I'd
I got some Sly vinyl, you know. I rock some Sly here and there. I probably sampled them a good 25 times.
Man, I'll put them up, man.
They're dope, but top 5 bands of all time? Nah,
I don't know.
no, easily not.
I don't know, bro. My man invented
Parliament,
fucking slap bass.
Parliament, like
His
maybe
uncle
top 5
invented
bands all
slap
time.
bass, bro.
Sly,
His uncle invented slap bass. Like, the style didn't exist before this
that's
man.
cool.
you know?
A lot of
Like,
people invent a lot of shit.
All right.
Big Sean
Regardless,
invented the punchline without the like in it. Drake popularized it.
Yeah.
What? No, man.
You
What the
said
fuck?
Big
That's-
Sean, right?
Big Sean, yeah. That was his swag. And then, I don't know, other few people did it in the past.
Yeah,
Luda
Wayne
did
was
it
doing
before
it.
him a little
Yeah,
bit.
Ludacris.
Wayne here and there. Luda, yeah.
Luda. You know.
Yo,
Lloyd
I said
Banks.
Ludacris. You're using it as a
I be doing it too.
yeah.
There you go.
But what
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
it's a fathered style.
Yeah.
You know the only times I get compared to Big Sean and Andre 3000?
Yeah.
No word of a lie.
I ain't never heard on
2 dope rappers to get fucking compared to,
I love
though.
it. I love it.
And you know what?
It's inspiring.
I'm taking over Mr. Chimney right now. I'm going to say it because I know every single person in this room is going to agree with me and this is going to get me smoked.
Suppose they don't.
Andre 3000 is the most overrated dope
Get
rapper
the
of all
fuck
time.
out of here. Like,
Stop
you could
the
actually get up and fucking leave right now.
He said everyone's gonna agree
Get
with that.
the fuck out of here.
Stop it.
Not
No,
I don't
no,
listen to
no,
who
no,
agrees with
no,
you.
don't disagree.
Fuck you.
I don't
Get the fuck
disagree.
out. Get the fuck out.
The
Andre
most
3000 is
overrated,
definitely-
greatest rapper of all
I
time.
wouldn't say that at all.
I am not denying his greatness, but when people make these lists of who the god rappers
I
are,
feel like he needs to do the entire album to prove it.
yeah, he just hasn't done
I know
enough
he
to
can.
me.
I know he can.
It's
do
like
it.
Biggie to me. Biggie ain't on that list with me either. I'm sorry, not
Let me
enough
put it this
material.
way. So I'm a huge T.I. fan, right? And T.I. got an album. And on this
Andre's
album-
great,
No, but check it out.
but
let me
when
finish,
people
let me
put him
finish.
up beside
T.I.
certain
got an
dudes,
album,
like
you know
I'm
what saying?
sorry,
He got a track
dog,
with
but
Eminem, decent track. You know what I'm saying? Eminem does his fucking thing. T.I. does his thing on this track. Now T.I. got a track with Andre 3000. Again, T.I. puts out 2 dope ass.
yeah, but
motherfucking
T.I. ain't
verses.
even on the
Andre
list.
3000 comes on this motherfucking track and puts out some shit where it's like, nigga, what the fuck? Your whole life, you just put it out here in 16 bars. Like,
He's an alien.
Verses, though. He got some verses.
He's an alien.
His verses, nah, man.
His punchlines, his metaphors. I fucked her like she was a dyke and just needed a reminder what good dick was like.
Ain't no
I
overrating
fucked her like
Andre
she was a
3000
dyke and just needed a
ever.
reminder what good dick was like. Come on now.
Like, that's
Ain't
alright.
no
Yeah, but no,
overrating.
he's got some.
Had to CC all the girls
He has
used to
some great
CC
lines.
around town with. This nigga, nah, he won
Yo,
fucking.
is there another
He
beer
won
cop?
UGK a Grammy,
He
homie.
would have to go to Quemini and shit.
That's cool,
Oh,
but
man,
everything you're
Quemini-
talking about,
Oh.
every
Oh,
accolade you're talking about, I'm
Quemini
not
is one of my
giving to
favorite
him. What I'm
albums.
saying is, on the list of the greatest
not
MCs of all
overrated.
time,
No,
yeah.
no.
I
He's,
think-
I would say he was.
he's
No, do you
underrated.
know what I would say? I would say musically artistic, he's better than probably almost every rapper on the greatest list of all time. But when we're talking the greatest rappers of all time, he puts on this god pedestal because he represents a different level of greatness in hip hop. Lyrically, he's good, but he's not that good. He's really good.
All
But
the
like
greats, all the greatest of all time can be
Slug
mimicked.
is really good too.
Nah.
No, yeah,
All the greatest of all
If
time
you want
can
to
be
talk
mimicked.
about real life, hit the hammer on the nail, shit like that line he just used, where you're just like, you don't even catch it, like almost Hove slickness shit, where you catch it like 30th listen, you're like, ooh, that was a jewel. Atmosphere got those too. You know what I mean? But it all depends on what you relate to and what you give the opportunity.
No, I'll give Atmosphere his
And
props.
with me, you know, I know Andre got those. He's good like that kind of rapper. But once again, Slug from Atmosphere and fucking whoever the other rapper I named with the jewels are. Oh no, Jay-Z is on the list. I'm sorry. But those two, like, they're not on that greatest of all. Like,
Listen, you can name every rapper in like the top 10 or top 100, top 10 lists of all time, and absolutely all of those rappers, you can say, oh, this is their clone. Oh, this is their clone. Oh, this is their clone. There ain't no motherfucking Andre 3000 clone. Nobody can do what Andre 3000 does. And it's
I get the
maybe
comparison
because
a
he's
lot.
Maybe
I don't
because
know.
maybe because he's built a little bit off of CeeLo.
Too
but
Short?
No. Too Short predates Andre 3000.
yeah, I know. I'm saying influence. Yeah.
You can say influence, even CeeLo's an influence on Andre 3000, but
But you're
since
saying you
he's come
can't.
out and
Oh,
Post
you're
has come
saying
out-
you can't hear anybody that
Yeah, you can.
has.
The closest you might be able to say is B.O.B.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I thought you were saying
His-
the opposite. I thought you were
style
saying you
is
can't
so
hear other artists
his
in
style
Andre.
is so unorthodox,
I can hear
but
artists
so
in Andre.
direct to the point where it's just like, God damn, man, like again, and he does it time and time and time again. Where you're like, again, what the fuck, homie? Like, when are you gonna drop a whack verse? I don't think he's ever dropped.
When
a
is
whack
he gonna
verse.
drop a full album so we can actually hear a whack verse?
Well, he did.
A full
Love
album.
Below.
But he wasn't rapping through that whole thing, man.
Yeah, well, neither does Drake.
That's the thing. No.
Neither was
Andre,
Drake, but that's
because-
what I'm saying.
Do you know what Andre's great? Do you know what Andre's greatest asset is as an artist?
Yeah.
Is the fact that he knows what not to release. That's a lot of artists' biggest downfall is they release everything at semi.
Always last of a dime.
That's
He's
one of
still
the
an
reasons
artist.
Hove doesn't have a good front to back album except for Blueprint,
Yeah.
questionably Reasonable Doubt.
I find even if Hov has 2-3 shit songs on the album, it doesn't.
Every album,
Hov has a
every
lot of
single
throwaway
album, there's a
tracks.
few songs you
But
have to
that's what
skip.
I'm saying. Even if he has 2 or 3,
And then there's albums
because
where
he's
there's
just
a lot
getting
of
hit for the
them.
moment,
but it
not
doesn't
timeless
take,
music.
But it doesn't take away from the entire album.
Yeah, it
can
does.
still be a-
See, Hov's the
for me,
king.
a
Hov's the
classic
king of
doesn't mean every
adapting
song's gotta
to.
be dope.
Hov's the king
If
of
I can put
adapting
a
to the
CD
style
in
at
and
that
just
moment,
like
you know
clean
what I
the
mean?
crib
Yeah.
up for an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
I don't have to press change once,
Yeah.
that's what makes a good album. Like I think everybody makes everything over complicated, especially now in the internet era about rating shit and stuff. And I'm like, the only rating I've ever had is basically going back. I buy the CD,
Yeah.
I'm taking it home because that's how I take in an album. I'm playing it from front to back. If I'm like cleaning the crib and shit, and I can't stand listening to that song that much, I have to go change it.
Yeah.
That takes quite a bit. So if I'm saying you have skippable songs on your album, like dog, you have skippable songs on your album. Like it takes more effort to change the shit than just
but it
listen for
doesn't
3
take away
minutes.
from the album being dope,
Yes,
but
it
no,
does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, to you it does, but
It
doesn't.
does.
It doesn't.
All right. Let me ask you
If
another
it
question.
doesn't, then I would almost say Volume 1 or Volume 3 are Hove's best albums.
All right. Let me ask you another
But
question.
they have so much skippable
But how
material,
many-
I can't
how
put
much,
them
how
on
much
that.
skippable materials on there? Half the album?
Yeah, about
Half
that.
the album?
About half.
Half the album's not good.
Personally, my opinion,
thing is that-
Volume 1 more solid. Volume 2, I think, is Hove's worst album.
your
He
album-
loves Volume 2.
Your album has to be at least 3/4 dope.
Whoa,
For
really?
it to be
Your album has to be
considered.
3/4
See,
dope. 100%.
that's see what you just said. See,
100%.
you
I
knock
like
your,
it my lifetime.
knock
volume.
your shit
What?
off
What
like,
you-
Volume 2, Hove's worst
Hard
album.
Knock Life for real.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
For real.
Hard
real.
Knock Life is his worst 6 song that he has. Hard Knock
The
Life
Mystics,
is
man.
trash.
You're talking about
The
Blueprint
beat's
album.
sick.
Nah, man, Hard Knock
Yeah,
Life
his
is
little
dope.
flow and shit sick on it.
Yeah,
His
I see,
lyrics
yeah.
are garbage
It's
on Hard
whatever,
Knock
that
Life.
song wasn't supposed to
But
be.
That's the
made
most
him.
whatever song you
Yeah.
ever dropped.
But it's still.
But
You
that's
got
the song-
songs
that's the
about
song that
corny
fucking made him,
corny
though.
subjects that are doper than that because
Yeah.
there's more effort.
But
It's
that's
the
the
most
song- that's the
effortless
song
song I
that-
ever heard.
That's the
Sounds
song that
fire,
made
though.
Jig.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
big.
like it. I didn't
Don't get
like
me
it.
wrong. I know every word.
Yeah.
I'm saying I
There
love
you
the song.
go.
What I'm
Imaginary
saying.
player, come and get me. Those are some
Imaginary
good
play.
tracks.
I spit that other shit. That's
That's
some nice motherfucking shit. The fan time follow me around. Deep cover shit.
nigga. You
Beer money. I'm all ear money.
I'm popping. You ain't got to count it. It's
It's
all
all
their money. I never changed
Money
money
cause
because niggas got strange money.
Knocked up, marked up, fucked up in the game money. I got bail money. Double XL money.
You got flash now, but time will reveal money.
I spit the hottest shit. You need it, I got it shit. That Master P down south, bout it shit.
Nah, no fucking doubt. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
You be pulling up right in front of your bitch. I be in the 4.6. You be asking me some dumb shit like 4.6.
Like 30 to 40 grand, cocksucker, beat it.
Them shits even got leathers. And then Streets is watching drops.
Nah, no fucking doubt. No doubt.
If I shoot you, I'm brainless. You shoot me, you famous.
And can we not
niggas
agree
do.
that Where I'm From is top 5 best Jay-Z songs of all time?
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
Hard Knock, or not Hard Knock, like, my life.
Yeah,
Volume
but the
1 is a
songs
dope
like I
album.
Know What Girls Like isn't his top 5 worst
gives a
songs of
fuck,
all
though?
time.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey,
How
oh,
do you feel about that record? Because you
man.
always bring it up.
Time in the
And
club, that shit was
Sunshine.
bumping.
Sunshine, I can at
bumping
least
in the
listen to, but
motherfucking
it's
club.
trash.
He
I'm
had
just
to
gonna
beat that
say
shit to
those
bump in the
records
club.
are for that purpose. So it's,
Absolutely.
I don't li-
Takes
This
away
is the
from
thing.
the album. Blueprint
Yes.
is still cohesive.
It don't matter.
Yes
He
and
had
no,
to
the
get that club love to be calm.
Yeah.
and keep
I'm not hating on that. The conversation came from talking about
Yeah.
cohesive albums.
Yeah.
And I'm getting at the point
yeah,
I'm
but
talking
that's what I'm
about.
saying on that album in particular.
Blueprint's cohesive.
I know that, but on the album we're talking about,
Not any of those songs are his best song.
those two songs,
And
and what's the other?
give
Give me another shit song on
me
the
is
album.
mine.
That's a shit song.
City is
No,
Mine
I
is
was
fire.
gonna say those
It's
two
commercial.
songs.
Rest in peace, Playboy.
Those two
God
songs
bless your
are-
soul. I be holding
And
it
then,
down,
hold
yo.
on. But
A
right after
million
that-
and one
right-
questions?
Okay, so are we saying there's only
Bro.
Hold on.
When the second
after
beat
that,
drops,
that Blue Jay-
motherfuckers can't rhyme no more.
more.
About crime no more.
I feel you.
Till I'm no more. Cause
But
I'm
those
so
songs were
raw,
getting
my
Hov
hoes,
the
Hold
play
on,
that
hold
he
on.
needed.
Yo, if it
The
wasn't
next
for
song
me,
that did it
still
was
be
Money
down
Ain't
for
a
horse.
Thing.
So can we
It was
say
those three songs and then Money Ain't a
Money
Thing
Cash
that
Hoes?
took Hov to
But
a
can
whole
we
other
say-
fucking
Money
spot.
Cash Hoes.
does that?
I don't care about that. The album still
But
sucks.
whatever.
I don't
you
care
tell
how
me-
big it made
Hold on.
Hov. It's his
Stop,
worst
stop
album
for a second,
still.
stop for a second. So we're saying on that album, there's 2 shitty records on that album, in your opinion?
Oh, on volume 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't very many
No,
shit songs
sorry.
on that.
Home's
No,
worst
there's
albums
probably
are the
like
best of
3 or
both
4.
worlds and unfinished business.
Probably 3 or 4.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
So
Those were the worst
But the
Sunshine.
4 songs are so bad.
But yeah, those
it
are the worst
takes
ones.
away from the
Unfinished
quality of
business
the
album.
and best of both worlds. Those are the worst ones. Sorry.
the one on Little Kim.
That song, like,
Named what are the other 2?
Can't.
look up the track.
Okay.
list.
So question.
Exactly.
I
That
know
one-
all. I know all the
Exactly.
good
Put it
songs.
like this.
I know all the
Okay,
good
shit,
songs.
That album is
Okay, so
fucking
put it like this.
classic.
Out of
Volume
5,
1 is
out of
fire.
5 mics.
Can't knock the
Out
hustle
of-
remix
okay,
I
trash.
would have gave that 4.
Out of 10, how much you give that album?
I would have give it 8.
I give it 7.
I give it 8
See?
easy. 4 to
8.
4.5. It was underrated as fuck.
It's not that bad of an album.
No, it's a great.
No,
album.
Volume 1 is fire.
It's a
great album.
I said Volume 2 sucks.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Well, yeah,
Volume
the
2
one
Hard
with
Knock
those
Life,
songs,
man.
right?
No,
No,
Volume
Volume
2
2
is
is
all
Hard Knock
different.
Life.
The only good song on Volume 2 is fucking It's Like That, and that's about it.
Nah, man, that's where
Memphis
Jay
Bleak's
solidified
intro's decent.
himself. That's where Jay solidified himself as a boss.
Yeah,
on
but the
Volume
album
2, bro.
sucks. I'm sorry.
That album doesn't
The
suck.
fucking
album.
Too Short
That
Joint
album
week
doesn't
ago,
suck.
trash.
It's great.
It's an
Yo,
okay
you know,
album.
But that is a
song.
good
It's not
storyline.
a
It's an
shit album.
okay album.
It's
And
not a
it-
shit
what
album.
was on
It's not a
Volume
shit
1,
album.
So it's a great
It's
album.
not the greatest. So many people consider
But
that
it's not
Ho's-
shit.
No,
It's
it's
like,
kind of trash.
no, it's
I
not.
can't even name Home's best album as a religious
It's Like
listener.
That is one of Ho's best
I
songs,
can't.
but I can't
Yeah,
think of
but I
another
don't-
song on that album
I
that
like it, but I
compares
don't
to that
like
list.
that record.
Money
Alright,
Cash
alright.
Hoes is cool. Like,
Money
you
Cash
know.
Hoes is dope, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, but
Money Anything's like, it's cool.
and you gotta understand, there was
Face
an album.
Off.
Hold on.
That was not in my lifetime
Yeah.
volume 1, but that
See,
was
here's
yeah.
how I know.
Yeah, Face
Reservoir
Off.
Dogs.
You guys have to
Y'all niggas
understand
must
a
be
couple
stick.
things.
Don't
though.
think sauce is shit. So many niggas I'm on that start. I lost my dick. Picture
You have
me
to
falling off.
understand
I'm camera shy.
So
Hammer's
Jay-Z-
fly. Might miss you, but your
Sauce
man's
is
a die.
so underrated.
You gotta
man.
understand
Sauce
something,
is sick.
because I was there. I was a huge Ho fan. So Jay-Z
I was
was
growing
growing up with that as elementary school kid.
Bro, I bought
on the
Volume
verge-
2 when it came out. I know Volume 2.
And we were just 9 when that came
Yeah,
out.
I was a kid.
So Jay-Z was on the verge of blowing with Volume 1.
That doesn't make the album better,
Let
though.
me fucking finish, bro.
Let him finish.
You're talking about the music.
Let him finish.
Let me fucking
The
finish.
album.
Let him finish.
Bro.
Let him finish.
Let me explain how this guy blew.
Let him finish.
Because right after that album came out, he put out. It wasn't even a DVD. It was a mixed video called "The Streets Is Watching."
OST.
Now that did fucking.
That's
dope
after
for me. It had
Volume
a
1, not
soundtrack.
2.
And
It
it
had a
had a lot of
storyline.
shit from
It
Volume
had a
1
storyline,
and Volume
Volume
2 had a
2.
storyline. And then again, The Life of 1492.
Plus Reasonable Doubt.
Money ain't a fucking thing. That
It had
track
Dead Presidents
was
on there.
absolutely huge. And then Dead Presidents. No, Dead Presidents was on his first album.
No, on the OST video, Dead Presidents, the video was on there.
It was. But I'm saying, The Life of 1492, Money Ain't a Thing. That fucking the Ferrari, a Jaguar, switching 4 lane. That track was so fucking huge. And then he came with that
huge.
Annie shit, and it was over for him. It was done. But that was how it was literally like a 2-year, not even a year and a half. Where it was like, God damn, yo, he just fucking just.
Yeah, it goes like back to back to back to
With
back.
2 songs that are mediocre.
Doesn't matter, man.
What I'm saying is,
songs got him.
This is the point I'm getting
What's the song
to.
with Kelly Price?
This whole debate is starting over me saying that is his
What's the song
worst
with Kelly
album.
Price where he raps about shooting
And it
guns?
is.
wasn't-
You
Volume
talking
1 or
about
Volume
what
2?
made him
No,
pop
it's not
doesn't
talking
make
about.
the
I know the
album
name of it,
better,
bro.
But you
though.
know what song?
Yeah.
Somebody
Volume
Loves
2
Me.
was a dope.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked about
Somebody
this
Loves Me.
earlier.
Where he talks
I know.
about shooting his brother. Somebody Loves Me with Kelly Price.
You Must Love Me.
You Must Love Me.
Yeah, that's on
Okay,
Volume
so
1.
question.
Volume 1's incredible.
Lucky You was
dope album too,
Lucky
man.
You was on
Volume
what
2
album?
trash.
Lucky You was on what album again? Lucky You.
I feel like that was on like 2.5 or something, like Blue Point 2.5 or some shit.
Nah, man. it
No,
was before
Lucky
that.
You. What is that joint?
It's one of the
It's,
songs, one of the Jay-Z songs, which I didn't really like the record.
What is
but I
Lucky
knew-
You? I'm trying to think. The
I gotta
fuck.
double check. Let me look on this thing though.
I know the title. I just can't. Is it a bonus track on one of the albums?
I don't know.
It might be on Blueprint.
But here's my question though. Fuck all that other
Blueprint
shit.
2.
Here's my question. What the fuck ever happened to Pain in the Ass? He was doing some dope ass intros. to the
Okay,
album.
I'm reloading. Run, you think you big time? Fucking with Jay-Z, you gon' die big time. Here come the pain.
Fun fact: the first 3 mixtapes I ever made that I never sold were called "Here Come the
Yo,
Pain."
that nigga was
What
fucking
happened?
killing
Yeah,
those
that's
album
a
intros,
good
bro.
question, man.
That was
Whatever
on
happened to
Volume
him?
1.
Oh man.
Now they
Shout
call
out
me
Jay.
Jehovah because the
Yo,
flow
we
is
gotta wind
religious.
it down. We coming down to that time, so I just want to ask one more quick question, man. How y'all feel about Toronto fans cursing out Steph Curry's mom, pops?
I
That's
care
some
nothing
bullshit.
about
That's
any
that
of this.
bullshit. That's that bullshit. Dale Curry played for the Raptors. That's that bullshit.
People
Y'all-
do it whatever
that's
you
bad
want.
luck. Y'all niggas need to
Disrespect.
stop with that shit.
Disrespect.
Straight up. That's some
I feel you.
disrespect.
I can agree.
I don't rate that
I can
shit.
agree.
I
I
don't.
can agree.
I don't. Steph
We
Curry
know
grew up in
competitive
Toronto.
era.
Klay Thompson grew up in Toronto. So
I
what
need
the
to
fuck?
urinate.
Both those, the 2-star players on Golden
We
State
got like
were raised
4
in
minutes
Toronto.
left. If you can
Yeah.
wait it
The
out.
fuck
Straight
is
up.
that shit, bro? You got like,
Yeah, y'all disrespecting
if y'all
the
keep trolling,
program.
we gonna lose this championship. Straight up. Y'all keep trolling, we gonna lose.
I hold my position, GSW, even if they lose.
I hold my position. I hold my position. I'm on the side that I've always been on about this shit, and that's mine. I don't give a fuck who wins. If my home city wins, that's great.
That's great.
Listen, man, I want Toronto to win more than anything.
Yeah, of course, Mom. That's it. I was born on
We don't need
Torontonian
to be
soil.
assholes about it, but let's be fucking honest.
Yeah.
In the championships, anything fucking happens.
Yeah,
and
but
fans
no,
are gonna
cussing
be
out the
fucking-
mother.
Yeah,
man,
that's going too
father,
far.
man.
And especially when his dad used to play for the
I feel
Raptors.
you.
That's
No.
disrespect, man.
I feel you. I absolutely feel you. But again, with what is at stake, it's kind of like
that's not at
motherfuckers
stake.
are gonna be motherfuckers.
You
know what
guys
I'm saying?
don't
So,
own a part of the organization. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
I feel you. I
Like
feel
if
you.
Straight
you
up.
own- if you don't own it, like the guy pushed Laurie, maybe I can.
Then
give
you can talk.
Yeah,
No, I
but
feel
he
you.
don't even.
That's what I'm saying. Let's be
Remember, he got
classy.
fined and
Let's
he
be
got
classy.
banned, and so. shut
But
the
he
fuck
wasn't
up.
talking before that, so
all
like.
right. So us here at Toronto Talks, us motherfuckers, you come around.
Hold up.
You know
You know
what I'm
what I'm
saying? We're telling y'all, we got this. This is a Golden State fan telling you, we got this.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, we got this, but y'all gotta be classy. with it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, be classy with this championship. No more cussing out the Currys. You know what I'm saying? Just name the curry. Eat the curry in the six. That's what we do. We don't need to cuss
We
out the
eat
curry.
it
you know
before
what I'm
we
saying? Like,
even.
that's
play
what's
against
up.
Him, bro. This is part of our culture out here.
That's what's up.
Stop
man.
acting dumb. It's only
But
a
we
game.
got this, and I need a new 50-inch TV. You know, I need some new Jordans. So we're gonna win, and Young Street's about to get fucked
you
up.
got a bet
I'm
on
be
the
honest
game?
though.
You got a bet on the game?
No, hell fucking no.
Oh.
I ain't going down anywhere near downtown during these games.
Unless
I'm
we
staying my
lose.
ass in East
Unless
York.
Unless we lose.
We're gonna,
I don't.
Vancouver
take no
did that shit.
I don't take no responsibility for no type of incrimination either.
We're not Vancouver. We're not gonna ride.
We're
over
Canada,
our lives.
eh?
We're Canada, A, but we're not Vancouver. Toronto ain't no motherfucking bitches. So if we lose, we're gonna chin up. We're not gonna chin down if we lose, but we're not losing. Don't even put that shit into the motherfucking air, Spidey. What's going on here?
We're gonna win the championship.
By this time next week,
we're gonna win.
I'm gonna have a smile ear to ear, and we're gonna be.
We're gonna
the
win.
NBA fucking
We
finals
gonna
champions
we
of
gonna win
2019
this shit.
Toronto Raptors. That's what's going down. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard. He's going to be here next year. Shout out to Larry. Shut the fuck up.
Did he miss it or did he get blocked?
He got paid.
It got blocked, nigga.
He got paid to miss that shot.
Stop putting this bad energy into the air. Toronto Raptors, we got this.
We still gonna win, but he got paid to miss that shot.
Listen, you need to stop putting that negative shit out there.
What the fuck happened
We ain't on
here in
that
the
shit.
chat?
What's
I
going
didn't
on?
even read it. I didn't see this until now.
That's
I'll read
Maloney
this
just
later.
that. Yeah, you read that shit
Y'all
later.
going off on the
Maloney's
tape.
writing essays in the chat. But nonetheless, man, yo, do me a favor, Spikes.
I know, this is
Wait,
a
get in
long
that
one.
chair real quick. Look into the camera.
Nah, which one? Which one? This one or that one?
This one right here.
What's up?
And yeah, man, rap to him, man. Let them know what's popping. Let them know what you got going on. Let them know where your social media's saying. Let them know where they can listen to your music. Let them know what you got going on next musically, and let them know the motherfucking business. We're giving you a platform at the moment.
First and foremost, you can find my music right now. You can find it on YouTube. You just type in Wade Jackson. You find my music. You find my my videos. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm in the process of working on a project. You know what I'm saying? The album is called Time. It's an acronym, stands for Trapped in My Excellence. I'm not gonna tell y'all when you guys can find that because this is something I can't rush perfection. So when I put that out, y'all gonna know that it's out. Y'all know how I do. You can find me on Instagram. That's at all one word, The Real Wade Robinson. So that's TheWadeRobinson. You can find me on Facebook. That is Wade Jackson Robinson. My two last names. I Jack, I Rob, I Sin. You can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How many names you got, man? Because I got you here like Wade Jackson, Wade Robinson, Spidey. Like, fuck,
I got my first name, my middle name, and then my mama last name, my daddy last name.
Yeah. That's
Damn.
double check.
But
what name was
Jackson Robinson. I Jack, I Rob, I Sin. It's fucked up. Two very, very generic slave last names.
The J line.
There you go.
And
That
that song.
Our Father, I Brooklyn Dodger them.
Yeah,
I Jack, I Rob, I Sin.
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I'm Jackie Robinson. Except when I run bass, I dodge the pen.
Woo!
Jay.
It's been the Jay-Z episode, man. I love Hov.
That's why I told people.
I love Hov.
Drake is never gonna be Hov.
Like I said earlier, Hov is the fucking Michael Jordan of this rap shit.
He said it
Like,
himself.
he changed.
Nigga, I am the Mike Jordan
He's the Mike.
and you may want to fall back from recording.
Right? Mike Jordan made it so that all athletes, not even just basketball stars, but all athletes can make a hell of a lot more money just doing their sport. And Jay-Z made it so all rappers can make a hell of a lot more money if they're about their motherfucking business. So the main moral of this issue is be about your motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that shit right. Fuck opinions. If you're still in your 20s,
They're all done.
listen,
We went hard.
other
We
motherfuckers
ranked
are gonna
them.
hate on
Make some
you.
noise for
But at the
Mike.
end of the day, by the time you get to your 30s, you ain't gonna give a fuck about motherfuckers or others' opinions. So
Straight up.
you know? And,
So I have to ask a
don't
question.
turn up too much, man.
I have to
Don't
ask
do
a
it. Take it from
question.
me.
Ask
You
the
don't want to do
question.
it.
I'm trying to get out of here. What's going on? What's this
That
question,
purple
homie?
candy weed that we smoked prior to this, how did that make you feel?
The candy was dandy. I like the purple candy. I fuck with purple candy before.
Yeah, we smoked some.
You know, it's,
we'll
it's,
smoke some.
All right, let me
We
break
gonna
down
go
this
live
review.
and smoke it.
Let me break down this review.
Yo,
I
so
am
hold
the-
up, hold up.
I am
The
the
Kush
marijuana
connoisseur.
connoisseur.
Shout out to THC Collection and the place to be. We
Also, speaking of THC, shout out Team Head Crack.
Yeah.
All right, as a matter of fact, Maloney, look into this
What's up?
camera and do the whole breakdown, man.
Okay. Well, so prior to the podcast, you know, we broke down, which you will also see a review video for after you actually, what I'm going to do is use clips of the podcast to show how high we ended up getting.
There you go.
But we will have to follow up the ending. Either way, THC Collection, shout out to them. You see them on the hat. If you smoke cannabis and you are in Canada, then you want to go to thccollection.com. All your finest cannabinol needs. Cannabinol.
It's a
All right.
I don't know if that's an word.
Cannibal.
But use the promo code.
Cannibal. Yeah, cannibal.
All capitals, hip hop, HIP, HOP, save 5% on all purchases, and that is also valid for the sales and such. So, you know, like, give you an idea, you know, like they got Flower Friday. So every top shelf flower, all their best high grade quadruple A fucking quality buds, $129 an ounce. If you spend over $150, on the site at any given day. You get free shipping. And if you use the promo code HIPHOP, all capitals, HIPHOP, all capitals, no hyphen, you get 5% off. See, no, the old 10% off, the thing is it didn't work with sale items. You get 5% off everything now, and that sale items included. So make sure you check them out. Great deals. We just sampled the purple candy earlier today. And I was so high before this podcast. Thank God to Mike for bringing beer because I probably wouldn't have talked the whole time. I was way too fucking high.
All right, so let me give my review of the purple candy.
All right.
Yeah, the purple candy was dope. You know what I'm saying? Purple candy is an indica, not a sativa, so it's definitely gonna give you that body buzz and not that head high.
I was head high.
You had to get that head high too.
It was 22-24% THC though.
22-24%.
It's getting you rocked.
It's definitely it's indica heavy, so more body buzz compared to the head high. Smooth going down, wasn't too rough, wasn't too chlorophyll-y as I was smoking it. You know what I'm saying? Just nice smooth pull. Definitely had a nice smell, nice vibe to it. If I had to compare it, it's a Kush. So, you know what I'm saying? You're definitely going to get that Kush vibe as you will with other Kushes. If I had to compare it to anything out there right now, what I would say is, like, I'm a fan right now of, it's a candy, so it's not a Kush, but I'm smoking the pink Kush right now. And what I would say is it's less intrusive on the back of your throat, but just as good as far as the high that you ride. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting a similar high without that harshness as you smoke the purple candy.
Well worded.
You know, and I didn't really notice a come down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you smoke and you notice that gradual come down. I didn't notice a come down. You know, I'm not necessarily high right now, probably because I smoke a fucking lot of weed compared to these guys. However, I didn't notice that dip or that dive.
No.
You know
definitely
what I mean?
not.
I'm good. You know what I mean? So there was no crash. There was no, like, you know, no tiredness, no feeling like that.
Yeah.
But again, I still had that body buzz. And, yeah, man, I was engaged in this conversation the whole time. So the purple candy is definitely fucking dope. Definitely going to get a good vibe off it. Again, not so intrusive on the back of your throat, but you will still get a similar high to the pink Kush, at least the same type of fucking vibe and ride.
That was good quality buzz. So check that out. You know what I mean? $129 every Friday. Make sure you use the promo code HIPHOP, all caps, HIPHOP. Save 5% on every purchase.
Right.
And they got Shatter Day for all my, my people who smoke.
Saturday.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they advertise a promo code on their website, so you don't have to use the hip hop one. So we're not even going to talk about that. But if you like that, you want that. They got Sticky Sunday. That's a free gram of hash with any order. And Munchy Monday, free edible with any order. And then, you know what I'm saying? They do the THC Thursday. That's distillates and stuff. I'm not into distillates. But anyways, check out the site. They got daily sales always happening, Flower Friday. And every single day they do one of their buds for $129 as well. But you don't get to know till you actually check out the site.
Okay.
So that's a daily promo they do. And make sure you use that promo code HIPHOP, HIPHOP, all caps.
What's up?
Save that money.
All right, what you got going on this weekend?
www.thccollection.com, by the way.
I apologize. Yo, do me a favor. Look into the camera. Give us that address one more time.
www.thccollection.com. If you can see the hat, it's on the hat. If you can't see the hat, then I just spelt it out for you, so it doesn't really matter.
That's what's up. All right, man. So anything popping off within this weekend, within the next week before we get here next Wednesday? What's going on? Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to promo really fucking
For
quick?
Father's Day weekend, I'm partaking in my first gangbang porn-off.
Against who?
God damn, this motherfucker. Like, always with this shit.
Against who?
I got I don't even want to fucking
I'll
know.
be against Jackie Chan.
Next Tuesday, June the 18th, you could, next Tuesday, June the 18th, you can catch myself performing at The Boat in Kensington Market.
Get that money.
Kensington Market, sorry, that's part of the Bent Self Universal Drifter Tour. We got my man, Saw Alleman, Dustin, coming through, Dustin Mustang. Reckless is going to be on that. Reckless was on our show before. You know what I mean? So that's next
Shouts
Tuesday.
Reckless.
That's at The Boat, Kensington Market. Hopefully you guys are there.
What day
Again,
is that again?
Tuesday.
Oh, that's a good day.
18th.
Who's the other Dustin?
Hopefully I'm
I'm
not
not really
working.
feeling him.
That is my homie, Dustin Mustang. Yeah, there's
I'm
two
not
Dustins
feeling
on this show. Dustin Marsing. I apologize.
I'm not feeling
Now, we're going to have a fucking battle off. You know what I'm saying? Me versus him.
But I'm just not feeling it.
Listen, honestly, if I'm not mistaken,
I'm feeling Dustin Wareham, but
yeah.
I'm
Not Dustin Marsing. Well, you know what? He's the headliner of the show, so you got to come support me. And we're going to have a battle off. You know what I'm saying? He spells his name Dustyn. I spell it IN. So
I don't know. Dustin is Dustin the original.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's kind of like a knockoff.
I feel that. I feel the support. But regardless, nonetheless,
yeah.
The Boat, Kensington
Would you
Market,
sign-
hit me up, come through. And
Would you sign a publishing agreement to for them to bring back Tintin in like storybook form, but
Like
instead
Rin
It was
Tin Tin?
Dustin?
Yeah, sure, why not?
And you had the little white, like,
Yeah, I'll make
fucking
money off that
Yorkie
little
dog
white dog.
that followed
Fuck
you
yeah.
everywhere
Hell
and
yeah.
shit.
Hell yeah. The Adventures of Dustin Tin? Hell yeah.
But what if they said you had to make corny white jokes on the dog the whole time?
Shit, it happens. Listen,
Like
I'm gonna be
call him
honest with
Cracker
you.
Jack and
I'm
shit.
gonna be honest with you. My like, at this point, she's pretty much my mother-in-law, but my mother-in-law calls me Dustin, and it reminds me of Tin. Just like the way she says
Wow.
it. Like her thick Filipino
Yeah,
accent.
yeah.
This man knew.
Oh,
Shout out
shit.
to all my Filipinos, by the way, because today is the Filipino Independence Day.
Oh, say word.
And today, or this month is like National Filipino or National Asian Month as well as Pride
Yeah.
Month. Shout out to all the
It's
Pride people as well.
it's every month.
Yeah, it's a multiple month. It's Gemini
Aboriginal.
month,
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Juneteenth from when we was free, my nigga.
right? Yeah, Juneteenth.
That's
So
what I'm
a
trying
lot of
to
motherfucking
They
things.
do everything
But
in June.
shout out to all my Filipinos out there. You know what I'm saying? I got an affinity. I got a lot of love in my heart for Filipino people. Y'all show me nothing but mad love. You know, pretty much from high school right on till now. Yeah, man, happy Filipino Independence Day, man.
Yeah, man. And my birthday
When I went to Cuba, it
is
made me
October
understand the
22nd.
Philippines a lot more.
I have Cash App.
Our birthday's like 5 days apart, eh?
So let's do a pooled Cash App.
Jesus
That'd be
Christ.
cool.
And
Alright,
we'll
man.
do the Facebook fundraiser, and we'll do the what's that other site where people make mad money to never deliver?
I don't fucking know.
What's that site called?
RobAmotherfuckerOnline.com.
No, what the fuck is it? They gain money for people, and then people just do what they want with it. Yeah, GoFundMe.
Ah, there
We'll
you
do GoFundMe for our birthdays. We'll be like, yo, we're curing global warming, and we'll
Alright.
just spend the money on Coke.
Well, that being said,
And you won't
It's,
even do any, so I'll just do all of it.
nah, I don't. So yeah, you can do all of it. Homie.
But I just need you in the scam with me.
All right, well,
All
we'll
right.
figure that one.
All
out.
right, so yo, we're curing global warming October
Yeah,
22nd. So
we're
just make sure
curing global
be
warming
our
and
cash
Maloney's
wrap,
doing
Betty.
coke.
Make sure you donate, and yeah, man. Shout outs to
You're gonna buy a rainbow cape?
No, I don't know about none of
I'm
that.
just
man.
reading what I'm saying.
Do you think if Betty White and
Oh,
Barry
a shower.
White
Okay, he's gonna
reproduced,
buy
they would have
you
had the
one.
most
There you
fire
go, man.
child
You
in
can
in
buy me
human
whatever the
history.
fuck
So
you want,
we're
man.
gonna have interest in when he comes.
What?
That's what it is,
Fucking
man.
what?
Oh,
It
boy.
is what it is, man.
Bro.
No disrespect to
All right,
Swiss
man,
Beats,
nonetheless,
but we have it with that.
It's been dope. It's been another fucking episode.
Artists,
We got
them
another
two
fucking
made a
Facebook
town.
drama
Straight
together.
up.
Yo,
We gonna get out of here.
these guys just missed the
Next
jewel.
Tuesday.
Straight up.
They just missed the jewel.
All right, what the fuck happened, man? You
Late on
talking-
again.
Yeah, it's late.
Late on. No, give
right.
it to him one more again.
I said if Betty White and Barry White had a
Yeah.
child together, would it not be the most fire person in the
Fire
entertainment
light skin.
industry?
Fuck
that?
Betty White and Barry White.
Fuck Drake, fuck Alicia Keys, you know what I'm saying? You know, all of them. Logic, all these light-skinned artists are not getting no shine if those two have a child.
Who's
Yeah.
that? Who's that?
Barry White and Betty White.
Well, one's dead and one is Betty White still alive?
Betty White is still alive.
Yeah, but when they were still alive, if they fucked and had a kid, would that not be the most fire thing to the music industry?
Yeah. There wouldn't be no Alicia Keys.
We got love for you, Swizzy.
Yeah, of course.
All right, man. Toronto Talks. We about to
Yo,
get out of here.
you could call its
This
rap
shit's
name would
going
be
left.
Albino,
Real quick.
the mighty Bino.
You put. Oh man, what the fuck? You putting that shit in people's heads. All right, man. Toronto Talks. We getting out of here.
All right,
One love, y'all.
yeah.
Wonderful wing.